Gast Blast who just subscribed for 9 months.
Oh, Wingardium Leviosa.
Celestial Fae just followed.
First things first, I'll activate my microphone, and then I'll go over here and I'll activate your microphone.
No,
And
do it.
theoretically, people can hear you. Do we have anyone to do a sound check in there?
Sound check.
Check,
I might
check.
have a hang on.
Check, check, 1, 2, sound check.
Yeah, do we exist?
Check.
Can my voice be heard?
Probably.
My microphone playing up again.
She's coming.
No, I
Okay.
can hear you all. It's just whether there's suspicious people
Suspicious.
in
Who's
the
suspicious?
in the suspicious chat section
Suspicious.
over here.
Yeah, that weird floating scroll.
Be suspicious. Be suspicious.
Be suspicious. Be suspicious.
They're very suspicious. Particularly that can only mean Schmex is here.
Yeah. You are speaking.
Hey!
Yay! Thanks,
Oh.
Schmex.
Exist.
Nietzsche, you should copy paste that thing that I got you to copy last.
You mean the thing that I did copy paste because I'm a clever boy?
Yeah.
Yay! Well done.
Yeah, you're so clever.
What?
Thank you, Snacks. We are clever little chickens.
Ah.
all of us. But now you know our real identity is chickens. This will be the last stream. Our identity has been
No, we're done.
compromised.
Yep. No, we're done. Sorry, guys.
GG. Uh-oh. Some sort of Drusy Jade has contributed more to the karaoke tapes.
Yeah!
Yeah.
We're getting real close.
Let's go.
Perfect. What's the other?
Oh.
Oh,
Wait, is it only 10 days to go? Oh, you need to do.
I know.
I need to do more streams. I'm well
You
aware.
need to do more streams.
I'm well aware. I'm well
Oh,
aware
hang on.
in Delaware.
Yes. If that's what he's doing.
No, yeah, I will. I need to do some more. Schmex is.
Yes, that's
as well.
that's what I was doing.
Yay. But
No, I need to do some painting streams because I've got all those minis for season 2. I've got to paint. I've got minis.
already.
Yeah, I've got all. I showed you we had those minis for season.
Oh yeah.
Season 2, yeah. Because I've got to do the Lee one, and I've got some other circus-based nonsense. And Augustus's new figurine. I've got to do Baron Augustus. You got to paint. There's Baron Augustus. Got to paint too. So yeah, lots of stuff. I'll do a painting stream. That'll be good.
Do a painting stream. Do it.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
I'll be there.
I'll do
I'll
it
be
right
there.
now.
No, this is D&D.
Oh yeah, sorry. But welcome. This is was it episode 17 we decided of the old Dreamhunter arc, which is coming to a close with spinning deer, apparently.
Yeah,
They're very spinny.
they are. They're the best.
The best. I'm sorry, I beg to differ. You know there is like a dumpling party, right, on your favorite
Yeah, I
channels?
already did that.
On your favorite. And then turned around and said someone else's emotes were the best. That's it. Stream's over. No, that's fine. You can like, you know what you are, Gast. This is what you are. Yeah, it's not working at all. Let me do a thing. I know how to type using buttons
Oh,
and keyboards and
buttons.
yeah, buttons and keyboards.
We're just pressing in air. My bad.
I just just stare at the computer till it does what I like, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, I'm a good boy.
You're number one. The number one goodest boy. Yeah. Well, welcome all of you lovely people, and welcome to chat. All of you who are in here already and who will join us, and the tubers in the future. So I say hi to YouTube. Assuming we ever get to edit these properly. I'm gonna have to take holidays to recover from all the editing that needs to get done, but we'll figure that out. It will get done. It'll get did eventually. Episode 17. How do we feel?
Yeah, we had a long rest.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Right is right.
I think.
But I also had like a long conversation, so I like scared.
True. That was a good conversation actually on the Discord. So after this is the end game. So we got 3 more episodes after this. This is the 4th to last episode,
No.
and then we get to go into season 2. This is the the end of the thing. My
Exciting.
goodness, it's very exciting. We've been playing for quite a while. I can't remember. Did anyone remember what the first stream that we did of this particular thing
October last
was?
year.
What?
I
Yeah.
can figure it
Wow.
out. I can figure it out.
Pretty sure it was October last year.
I can figure it out. Surely I've got a timestamp of it. So, Dungeons and Dragons streams, Darklands Saga, the pilot, the pilot. Oh gosh, 2, 3. Okay, that's a good question.
Have you checked the plane?
Listen. I don't know if I've got the original. Surely I do. That was August 2024. This says, and this one was November 2024. So that's when I edited it. So it was August 2024 that we did the pilot episode.
Nice.
Yeah, you're nice.
Nah, you.
This people's are nice. Pointing. Doesn't like my hands lately. It's like really...
Yeah, that does not like your hand.
No, unless they're like right up here near my face. It's got no idea. Maybe the camera's too high. But if it's too low, it jerks out when I'm trying to hold on the mouse and stuff. Freaks out. This is fine.
But this way it puts your hand through your face.
Yeah, I like doing that.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's because I'm magic, okay? It's because I'm absolutely magic.
Should we do the thing?
We should indeed. Yeah, I'm a little bit sick, or what did I say?
Allergies.
Potentially allergies, because I don't feel sick. But I got a little bit of allergies at the moment, so if I sneeze suddenly, it's Eska's fault. And the
Commonly known to cause allergies.
commonly known to cause allergies. They sure are. They sure are.
Be on the lookout, everyone at home.
Yeah, be on the lookout. Last episode, obviously fought the Dreamhunter. That was just one long battle against a single opponent. Things got weird, to say the least. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. It's on this channel in the VODs. If you'd like to catch up on what happens between adventures, please check out the socials. They're really good. Discord, lots of fun stuff in there. But after fighting the Dreamhunter, now being locked in its own form here, it is not able to access the dream world anymore. It is locked here in the mortal realm with you. You defeated it, and it has gone to ground. It has run. Uh-oh.
Run.
That's going to come in handy.
Excuse me.
I see.
We haven't even started yet.
Fellas, I guess I know what we're doing today.
Yep. A horrible horde is definitely approaching. That actually plays very well into the episode, Schmex, so I thank you for that. Team, you jumped into your wagon, and you rode off after the Dreamhunter, its gigantic form smashing through the wilderness, trying to escape from you. This has been like 12, 13 hours that you have just been trundling through the wilderness on rocky roads and paths, and finally, you all sense it. The creature has stopped running. As the dawn approaches, after a night of fitful rest, obviously the Dreamhunter is a little bit more powerful at night normally. That is when more people dream. The dawn approaches and it has gone to ground. It has stopped, and it appears to be staying around one place. You pulled the wagon up, and you hop down, preparing for what is to come. Are we ready to start? Let's go!
Yes, indeed.
So of course we have Requin and the viola, Canzone Fantasma. Very, very cool little viola there. We have the most Eska and their army of skeletons. We have Ali and Jack, and we have Lee as well. So, team, as you arrive and you hop off the wagon, it appears that you are in a frozen river system. Some sort of creeks and tributaries that are flowing down into a valley below. This is about as close as you can get with the wagon. So hopping off, you step out onto the frigid ground, and along with you is, of course, Pat.
Wait, get off Lee.
Yeah, get off Lee, Pat. And also, Fet,
Yay.
who hops
Love that.
down with Georgie and Halestra and Lelia. All of who came along with you on the wagon for support should you need it.
Did Georgie bring alcohol?
Clearly the most important question right now.
Yeah, clearly. She's not drinking currently, but you would assume she has some somewhere on her person.
Nice.
However, you stand in this frigid wilderness, and you can see waves and waves of billowing snow through this part of the mountains that perhaps no one has traveled ever. It's a desolate part of the world. There are settlements up here, but no one knows where people have tried to live, and most people die just trying to traverse the mountains, let alone live up here. These are not forgiving peaks. Lelia steps down from the wagon and looks around. We are far from any path that I've ever traveled. Are you sure it's here? And you can all feel it is definitely here. In fact, looking at the snow billowing around, you can see it sort of twisting and turning as though the very reality of the world is shaping around it. It still has some of its dastardly powers where it will shift and change reality around you. You are growing closer to where it is, and the power is becoming stronger every step you take. But for here, the world seems to be set in stone, quite literally. The rock and ice under your feet are as hard as iron in the frigid temperatures.
Requin will turn to Lelia and say, "Of course it is here, luring us to a dark and desolate place with no one. The perfect hunting grounds."
Requin speaking to Lelia. Lelia looks slightly affronted. She says, yes, of course. I can sense it too. Just perhaps not as strongly as the rest of you, but yes, I feel it out there somewhere. And she points in the general direction of the Dreamhunter. Down in the valley, perhaps? It's out there, I can sense it. What is it doing, though? Would you all like to make a little bit of a just straight wisdom check, please?
Straight wisdom? Not a
Straight wisdom.
Just straight wisdom.
So good at these. Oh, actually, I have a +3 on these. We'll find out.
Straight wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Is it, so this isn't a saving throw?
No saving throw, just a straight wisdom
Cool.
check.
I rolled a 6.
6?
I got a 15.
15?
Oh my goodness.
Doing great.
Yes, we're off to a cracking start.
Cracking start.
Absolutely cracking
Smashing.
start. What did Lee get? Lee also got really low.
Nice.
What?
Yeah.
I can't
Oh.
keep saving with these
What
things.
is happening?
That is a good question, Ali. It appears that there is a lot happening, and it is difficult to discern. Definitely somewhere down in the valley, the Dreamhunter is doing something, but it is not clear to any of you what that could be. It is changing and shifting reality. It has definitely gone to ground. It is not moving. It is down there somewhere. Your only hope is to go down into the frozen valley here in the lonely mountains where no footsteps may have ever trod. Can you find it? Can you find it and vanquish it for good? That is the question. Lee hops up on a nearby rise and is surveying the valley, looking down with her keen eyes, trying to discern the best way down and any points of consequence that might funnel you into a choke point of sorts. What are the rest of you doing?
Esker will sort of have a little glowing spirit appear in his hand as he tries to look for Dreamhunter. He doesn't know anything. He got a 2.
Perfect.
Cool. Wisps are useless.
The wisps seem to shift and change and dissolve as waves of reality-altering magic blow over you. Every time you look, it seems that trees have shifted, rocks have moved slightly. It's very disconcerting. Halestra, the drow, walks over to the middle of the clearing and sort of reaches down, touches something on the ground. It's a sticky black substance. So brings it up to her lips and smells it. It's hurt. I think injured somewhere down there. I can sense it. It's too powerful for us. You must go down. Take yourselves. We'll keep the wagon safe here. If you do not return, I suppose we'll have to head back ourselves and make a break for it, but I like your company. I'd prefer you came back with us. She cocks her head to the side and a little bit of a smirk or a smile as she says this. The little gnome Fett runs up, grabbing onto Halestra's hand and says, "Yeah, come back, we like you."
Oh, Fett, do you have any more of those ice mushrooms?
Fett grabs hold of their backpack quite defensively. "What? Who told you about those?" She like holds onto her backpack and backs away half a step.
You used one in the fight yesterday. They could come in handy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, but only one.
Only one? That's okay. That's all I need.
And she reaches into her backpack and pulls out a clump of icy blue mushrooms. Picking and choosing, she seems to be talking to them, and then she grabs one off the bunch and hands it to Esker.
He takes it delicately.
He gives it a little bit of a pat and says, "Good luck. You're pretty sure that she's talking to the mushroom, not you."
Yeah.
So, team, as the guests that you've brought, Fett, Lelia, Georgie, Halestra, and Pat stand here near the wagon. What would you like to do to prepare? It seems you're going to have to go down into this valley. The Dreamhunter is doing something, and you are sure it is not good, whatever it is.
Wait. Does
Says Ali.
anyone have arrows?
Are you asking as a character or as a...
Yes, Ali's like, wait, I'm out of arrows. No, I'm not out. I'm almost out.
Georgie runs over to Ali and says, "Here, take mine. I ain't gonna use them."
Oh, thank you. How many arrows does she give me?
She has 20.
Yay.
Lee, up on the rise as well, sort of pulls her cloak back and shows that she does have a quiver of 20 arrows at her side as well.
Of course she does.
Yeah, she does. She does have a bow. But yeah.
She'll never use it.
Yeah, correct.
And if you require something more powerful, just ask.
Yeah. Once I figure out this magic thing, I am going to give Georgie 2 truffles.
Georgie's looking at. "Oh, thanks, I guess."
They're really good.
I'm sure they are. But
Mushrooms just
Like,
if I ever make it back home, I'll turn them into a soup or something. She says.
share them with Lalia. They're really good.
Hmm.
I also have sugar. Wait, do you like sugar? Do you prefer sweeter things? Is that what I should have done?
Georgie sort of pats your cheek a little bit and says, romantic, eh? I like the way you think. Romantic dinner it is, when we all make it back out safe. We got this. I believe in you."
Okay. Thank you.
And she pockets the truffles and heads back over to Lelia. Where is Georgie? And standing there, looking around cautiously but hopefully. Right.
One will walk up to Halestra and say, "Yes, I quite agree with you. There is no need for you all to be here. That would be convenient. I suggest you leave." And she will place her hand gently on Helestra's forearm for the sole purpose of using her compass, which she has yet to do, of being able to track her. Lock onto one target creature you've touched and can see them on the compass's map in its dial and track them if they are within 250 feet.
Nice.
Just to know if they get back to the wagon safely, and also if we get lost.
Perfect. Halestra puts her hand on top of yours. Says, "Sweet, you care so much about my well-being. Interesting."
It is literally my job.
Yes. Hard work it must be for you, caring so much about little old me.
Thanks.
Well, I suppose I best get this little one. Just points to Fett, who is inspecting your boots currently for mushrooms. I suppose I best get this little one back to the wagon. Some sort of safety. We'll keep watch up here and wait for you to return.
Right.
Fett, come, says Halestra. We're going back up to the wagon to see the horse. You do like the horse, don't you? Rolf, says Fett, and immediately runs back up with Halestra to the wagons. Now, Pat also heads back up to the wagon, giving you all a silent nod of good luck as they do. And Georgie and Lelia all head up there too. Georgie, Lelia, Halestra, Fett, and Pat now all disappear back into the safety of the wagon above. Whew. Huffs Lee as they hop down onto the frozen riverbank. I reckon this river will take us down to a low point. We can search up from there. We can do this, team. We got it. She looks all over at you all meaningfully. Anything else you would like to do?
Not at the moment.
Asker will stomp his boot, start walking, and all the skeletons will about face and follow.
Lee rolls her eyes at that.
When you said stomp his boot, I immediately thought of his boots sliding up, like one of those light up sketches. And I want to see that now.
Oh no! Yeah, definitely. I would bank that Esker has magically enchanted their shoes to have little lights in them every time he steps around.
That's what I forgot to do. I forgot to give myself a cloak of billowing.
Yeah. We'll get you wheelies next time. You can just scoot around the battlefield on wheelies. Oh goodness. Lee heads down into the valley, following the frozen river as she does, and the dark stains on the ground where the Dreamhunter's blood has soaked in.
Yes.
The ranger at the front. What are the rest of you doing?
I was following.
Excellent.
Yes. Follow Lee.
1 billion skeletons. And,
You haven't even seen the half of it yet.
Requin and Viola. Ali and Jack.
Ali pauses for a moment and looks back at the wagon, thinking, and then she follows.
Perfect. And you disappear down the slope. Down, down, down. Towards the floor of the valley.
Ooh.
Says Requin, as they see for the first time a lake. Frigid cold water. Issuing small amounts of cold mist from several parts. Lee is down here near the shoreline, surveying. There appears to be some signs of habitation. A small wooden dock has been built here. The Dreamhunter's influence is stronger than it was at the top of the rise. Down here in the valley floor, where the lake is, it is much, much more noticeable. Things seem to shift and change all around you. Like that map just did. Definitely not me kicking the table.
Yeah, no, it was for dramatic effect.
Yeah, dramatic effect. That's right. An earthquake suddenly. Cool earthquake effect, bro. Perfect. Now, funnily enough, not the Dreamhunter's magic, but something else seems to drift across the wilderness. You're not quite sure what it is. Not quite sure indeed. You definitely sense you are being watched. Would you like to all roll perception, please?
On my best.
Your best stat. Oof.
Oh, I got a 10. It's okay.
Wow,
I got a
that's
10.
almost better than everything you rolled last time.
Yeah.
Rolled really low.
I also rolled pretty low.
That's
16.
I got a 15.
listen, all of you. That's very irresponsible of you. To roll so,
Sorry?
it's very irresponsible of you to all roll so low. Maybe
Very good.
maybe Lee will roll higher.
Really good.
Go Lee, go. Lee did not. Oh gosh, Lee did not roll.
What?
High. We're all very irresponsible. We're supposed to be heroes, damn it. And it is because of those low rolls.
Okay.
Because of those low rolls. Oh gosh, just give me 1 second to ban someone.
Is it Sodo?
No, it's not.
If it's not, it should be.
Yeah, it definitely should be.
Switch your priorities.
Boom. And block. Just someone trying to be stupid. I don't think it actually displayed, but no one saw that, did they?
No.
Nice. Hooray. Moderation works. It is because of your low perception rolls that you do not see the horrible horde approaching.
Wow.
I believe that's what Schmex used
Yeah.
on you. A horrible horde approaches.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You do not see it until it is
How?
too late, and they are already upon you. He says as he grabs out his brand new monster manual. Oh, it's so fancy.
Hang on, how does it smell? How does it smell?
Like monsters, actually.
Oh.
The
Monsters
Wait.
made of paper.
No, but they're an energy drink. You must be talking about a different monster.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely was. I definitely was talking about a different monster. The most monstrous. Okay. Now, where do I find mind flayers in here? A horde of mind flayers. That's what we want, right?
Please, no.
Please, no.
Please, no.
I believe the page is negative 5,563
It definitely is.
under
I've just-
subsection and 5.
I've definitely found those.
Right.
Perfect. It is because you were so focused on the Dreamhunter and not paying attention that you do not see until it is too late icy corpses rising from the water, frozen, frigid, glacial white eyes peering at you. They do not appear to be human. They appear to be some sort of aberration, demon, whatever they were in life. They're definitely now undead. And rising from the rocks all around you as well. More of them. These ones slightly different. Malformed. Demonic. Dangerous. They burst forth and immediately attack the party. Roll initiative. The horrible horde is here.
13.
19.
13, 19,
22.
22. So 22 wins with Requin.
Starting to not like this feat.
Requin looks at their foot and does not like it very much.
Okay,
Yeah, if Nietzsche didn't make that joke, I was making that joke.
we
Thank you.
know.
Thank you. Welcome. Nietzsche, who's this Nietzsche? I'm the Dungeon Master. I don't know who you're talking
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Undead frozen corpses. Okay.
All around you.
Yes. Great. I'm kind of tempted to use that really powerful spell because it's my only AoE thing.
Says Requin. Stroking their chin, I assume. Hmm.
Sure. Okay. Where am I? We got that. Okay. Requin will stroll up to in front of the second orange token monster. Definitely not token, very real monster.
Requin and Viola walk up to the monsters.
And instead of their usual green mist surrounding their magic, it will be what appears to be some sort of holy light, yet ablaze. Nothing actual, but just to perhaps spark fear into them, as I will cast fear in a 15-foot cone,
Ooh.
aiming, if I can, at 2, 3, maybe 4. Maybe 1.
5, 10, 15 will just miss 4, but you can hit 1, 3, 2, and 2.
Right. Yes. So please all make wisdom saves.
Okay, first one gets, in terms of wisdom, cool, 9.
DC 16.
Also 9. An 11, and that one passes. So,
Okay,
number
so
2 over here passed, but these 3, very scared of Requin.
Yay! Yeah, so they will take the dash action
Perfect.
on its turn.
Yep. Let me flip these upside down so I remember.
And it is just the frightened condition.
Actually, I might put a red
It's
thing,
away from you by the safest of its turn until there's nowhere to move.
red thing under him. Alright. Get tokened. Okay. So the red ones have fear.
Ooh.
Perfect. Requin, 3 of them seem frightened of you.
Yes. And the fear of just the illusion of appears like spiritual flame, what
Ooh.
they're not. And I will not use my bardic because I'm saving that. So that will be my turn.
Nice. So Requin has sprung forth. The flames licking around them have scared away 3 of the frozen undead. Eska,
Ahoy.
as you watch the undead rise from the ground and the lake, long dead culture, some sort of creature, humanoid in shape, but potentially ancient and forgotten. What do you do?
I can do many things. One of those things is to cast. If I, with number 3, who's currently feared,
Yes.
are they within 10 feet of the ones around them?
Yes. They're within
Cool.
10 feet of all of them, I think.
Cool. I'm gonna.
Yeah, even number 4.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna. Ooh, 3rd or 4th level.
Says Eska to themselves,
Let's go. Nah, let's go.
flicking through their spell book between pages 3 and 4.
I'm gonna 4th level cast Shatter on 3, which will hit all of them.
Boom.
Can you please make an 18 con save?
I can indeed. Theoretically. 3, no. 2 here, yes. 1 here, yes. 2 here, no. 4 here, yes. So these 2 are affected fully. The other 3 saved.
Yeah. Cool. Are they a construct?
A construct? That's a good question. You have no idea what they are.
Yes, but if they are, you have to roll them at disadvantage.
Excellent. They are not a construct.
Cool. That's alright. Let's roll the damage. 6. It's 11. 15. 21. 28 thunder damage for those fully affected, and half as much for those who are not.
Perfect. A massive eruption of sound, vibration, and a burst of thunder cracks into the icy exterior of number 3 here. And number 2. They are violently shattered, cracks appearing in their frozen flesh. The others here just merely seem to be damaged, some small pieces falling off them, but not quite as bad as the other 2. The undead horde keeps moving forward, Eska.
And as my bonus action, I will order the skeletons to attack whatever's closest.
Currently, these ones are very close to number 3 here, so they run in that direction. These ones run past Jack and Ali to attack number 4. These ones move over to number 2. This one is right in the middle. I would say it's probably going for number 3 here.
Cool. Alrighty. We'll go left to right. So the 2 archers are attacking 3. 25 should hit.
25 will hit.
Will a 8 hit?
8 will not hit.
Cool. So it'll be 12 piercing.
12 piercing.
Will a 19 and a 20 hit?
They will indeed.
Cool. This one is 8. Second one is 12 damage. That's all on 3. 2, 3 on number 4. 14 will miss.
14 will.
Cool. Is that 19?
19.
Then we'll hit
Yep.
for 11 damage on orange 4.
Perfect.
And then the last 2, 1 natural 20 and 17.
17. Perfect.
Cool. So standard hit is 13 damage, and the natural 20 hit 22 damage.
Perfect. All 3 of them are looking very, very damaged right now. very, very damaged. The skeleton's hacking into their frozen flesh, parts of it falling off, parts of their bones and flesh shattering. It is a disaster, but they seem to feel no pain. They just push forward, apart from the 3 that are running in fear on their turn. Ali, unless Esker has anything else they would like to do with their turn, I believe it is yours.
Block it up.
I've been surrounded by skeletons. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
I am going. Do I have line of sight on number 5?
Yeah, it's straight between Requin and Viola.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot that one. See, it is, it's behind Lee.
Excellent. The Canzona Fantasma moves back slightly.
Let's see if I can hit something. I don't know which dice I trust at the moment. Not that one.
Are you in the
I
air?
rolled a nat 1.
No!
Ali, it seems one of the arrows Georgie gave you was old.
Don't.
The wood just snaps as you load it into the incredibly powerful bow, Fallen Lilies.
That was fun. Okay.
That's better than hitting me in the face.
That's true.
Says Requin, seeing the arrow snap.
Ali curses at the arrow in Elvish. None of her bonus actions are helpful here, so she's not going to do anything else. But can Jack attack the one he's next to?
Jack turns, nods to their fellow skeletons, and pulls out a much bigger sword than any of theirs. Maybe even too big for Jack to handle.
Yeah, I think it is. I think I need to give him a different weapon, but let's see what happens. Oh, he rolled better than me. He rolled a 10.
10.
Yeah, it's fine. Well,
Or is that already with the +5?
well, wait, I was doing, because this is a strength-based weapon. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 9, and I made it 10.
It should be +5 that he gets because he's a skeleton.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well then it's 14.
14 will unfortunately not hit either.
Look, the result's the same.
The result's the same. The result is the same. Lee turns around with their 2 daggers because they do not have their rifle out. Only has 1 dagger now. Sorry, I'm slashing out. Will hit both times. Slashing out with their dagger, Lee tries to cut into the weird undead creature and makes some holes in it, but nothing substantial. She tries to kick it back off the ledge it is sitting on, but fails. The creature just bats her leg away, and she grunts, as she fights close quarters with it, much closer than she is supposed to be. Engaged with a creature, she cannot flee, so on their turn, these 3 use the dash action and all leap into the water, swimming away, disappearing into the depths.
Opportunity attacks, or are they just gone?
They're just gone. They just dash. They dash off into the water, disappearing into the inky black depths.
Okay, I'm kind of tempted to draw Requin as Poseidon now.
Get in the water.
Oh my god, do it. Yes, please.
I'm kind of tempted to.
Yes, add it to the list.
Add it to the list, yep.
But can everybody please make a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw? Everyone who can see one of these creatures.
But we can't.
You can't?
I rolled the nat 1.
Oh,
Esker has his eyes closed. Nah, but he rolled the 17.
17,
You
Ali?
said wisdom?
Wisdom, please.
18.
18, okay.
Great.
Unfortunately for Requin,
Yep.
that means that you are also struck by the fear condition.
Wow.
Yep, at the end of each of your
Guessed.
turns, you can repeat the save. You are now afraid of these creatures and will not willingly move closer to them and must run away from them.
Oh. You don't see that every day.
Yep, Requin, as far as you can tell, these creatures just turned from weird frozen undead into towering eldritch monstrosities all around you. As though you can see their souls erupting out of the frozen bodies. It could be real, it could be fake, it could be an illusion, it could be the Dreamhunter's magic, it does not matter to you, your mind snaps and you just need to get away from them. It's going to be difficult considering you're like in the middle of them, but good luck with that. They all lash out, leaping amazingly agile, like some sort of strange bestial creatures. Number 3 and number 4 just try to rip apart as many skeletons as they can in a flurry of sharp, icy claws. Number 2 leaps directly at Ghast. Mr. Esker gets smashed. This one also leaps towards Esker. These 2 leap towards Lee, and this one leaps towards Requin. So, Requin, you're up first. It's the wrong dice. The attacks against you, Requin, not great. 14 and 6.
Will not hit.
Perfect. It slashes, but you are so afraid you move back several feet just out of range of its slashes each time. Against...
Yes, actually. That's, as her reaction, she'll use Diphylium Grey and turn invisible.
Perfect. Where's invisible, Requin? I do have them around here somewhere. By accident. Requin, you turn invisible. Your skin covered in pale white petals. A mist around you soaks the petals and they become translucent. Lee, getting attacked by 2 of them. That's going to hit. That is going to miss. That's going to miss. That is also going to miss. Lee gets hit by 1 of them. The horrible horde slashing into Lee, doing max damage. Of course it does. Lee gets slashed. A huge slash across her chest, sending her reeling back as number 5 here has leapt and knocked Lee back down the steps. An acrobatics check means that Lee rolls and stands back up, but they have been injured. A devastating blow. The number 4 is going to try to attack 2 of the skeletons. The skeletons' ACs are what, Mr. Esker?
16.
1 of the slashes will hit, the other will miss. That's 16 damage again.
Holy.
Yeah. I've just rolled max damage twice, so...
Okay.
Hooray! 1 of the skeletons has been slashed horribly. Parts of it have fallen off. Another one tries to attack your skeletons here. With the armor class you mentioned last time, it will hit both times. So that is 9 and 9. So 18 in total.
Is it attacking the bows or the swords?
This is attacking one of the sword guys. Slash.
Oh, into the same one?
Yep, both against the same one.
Yep.
They just reach up and just try to rend. And these 2 against Mr. Esker.
It will shield.
Excellent. Oh, number 2 here missed and then rolled a nat 1, so you will get an opportunity action against it if you so wish.
I do wish.
What's your armor class?
18.
Okay, so this one will hit you once. This one will miss twice. Once is a nat 1.
Cool. Yeah. A bell will ring out in the air. Please make a wisdom save.
That is 18, 21.
21. Wow.
X.
Nah, nothing happens then. Toll the Dead doesn't work.
No Toll the Dead.
No, it doesn't even do half damage.
Is Toll the Dead a reaction?
No, you said I can make an attack.
No,
back.
I said you can take a reaction action.
Oh, reaction action. Oh. Like a.
As in the reaction, yeah. Some things you can use as a reaction, like an attack of opportunity, or
Yeah, so like an attack roll.
yeah, or like an eldritch. No, was it the something rebuke, hellish rebuke? That's the one.
Hellish rebuke.
Yeah. Yeah. You can just stab at it with something.
Yeah, I guess I'll just like punch it. I guess.
Punch away.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I don't really have anything else, like, unless I can like she'll touch it.
No. Has to be able to be cast as a reaction.
Yeah.
This is why wizards should always keep a dagger or a bonking stick nearby.
Well, he has a bonking stick, but it's on his back, so.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's just like welded there. I've never seen him take it off.
Oh no, he never does. 15.
15 will not hit.
Cool.
So you take 9 damage
9
from the slash. I believe that is everyone. Now, hands up those who got hit by something. That was Lee, and that was Eska.
Oh no. These are what?
You now have the poisoned condition until the start of the creature's next turn. There is no save.
These are whites, aren't
They are not. Eska feels like there definitely is no way these are whites, because they would know.
Yeah.
This is some sort of ancient undead creature. Unclear exactly what. If there is a modern equivalent, you don't know what it is. So, the creatures having had their turn slashing and hacking at all of you, it falls back to Requin. Requin.
Yep.
You know how I love making you roll stuff.
Yeah.
Could you please make a... Well, let's see. Let's make you roll a 1d20, please.
That made me so scared. An 11.
An 11, you say? Perfect. A rather noticeable burst of the Dreamhunter's energy washes across all of you. And the entire area, including the entire lake, becomes a slick sheet of ice. Slippery conditions now block all your paths. The area counts as difficult terrain. Every 15 feet you move, you must make a DC 11 acrobatics check, or you fall prone.
Good thing Ganassis don't have to worry about difficult terrain.
Good, fine, do that. The rest of us do, says Lee, sassily. So, Requin, at the start of your turn, would you please make a save against fear, or is it start or end? End of each turn. You are currently afraid of all these creatures.
Yeah, so I have to use my movement speed to
You do.
Seeing these weird undead corpses, she's seen plenty in her time. But something to do with the snow and the fear of the Dreamhunter being around ignites a spark of worry and concern in her, and so she dodges out of the way using her spell of flowers to make her transparent, and will start backing away towards the shore of the lake.
What is your movement speed? 30 feet?
30 feet.
Perfect. You step out onto the icy terrain of the lake as far as you can get away from the creatures. A full 30 feet backing away quietly. Could you please make 2 dexterity saves?
Yep. Okay. Ooh, okay.
The first one is just here as you just hit the water.
First one is a 24.
That will pass. You continue to move.
And the second one is a 23.
Requin, you are getting practiced at moving around in icy terrain, having been stuck on this damn mountain for 17 episodes. You manage to trudge across the icy ground without slipping. You find your heart beating in your chest, deep and low, as the fear takes over.
And no one can see her shame.
It strikes your heart. Make your save against the fear. Wisdom saving throw, please.
That's a 12.
12 will pass.
Oh, great.
Requin, the creature's looming eldritch illusions seem to dissipate in the wind. They don't seem quite as scary as they did just a moment ago. You take a deep breath and you center yourself. You think you can fight them. You find that you are like now standing on a completely frigid, ice cold lake. Looking down below you, there are fish frozen mid-swim, is how fast this ice froze. The Dreamhunter just caused it to instantly freeze. The fish's eyes are still moving around. They have been just frozen in place. Very scary.
Very scary.
Requin, that is the end of your turn. Anything else you would like to do? Do you have a small action you would like to take at the end of your turn as you have recovered?
She will sigh and straighten her back, feeling yet again this weird tang in the back of her throat of disgust at herself, and will just keep her eyes peeled on the battlefield, seem ready for things, ready for her next chance to strike.
You have a good vantage point from here. You can see pretty much everything happening from a distance, taking the entire thing, rather than before you were sort of stuck in the middle of it all. Now you can see it all clearly. Mr. Esker the Wizard, the Necromancer Extraordinaire. You cannot see Requin anymore. They have disappeared completely. Lee is struggling against several of the creatures who are now surrounding her. 2 up on a ledge ready to leap down, and 1 behind her ready to leap forward. There is 2 right in front of you that have slashed. One of them has its hand just ripped out a portion of the flesh on your leg, and you immediately feel dizzy in the head from the poison. Meanwhile, you can hear 2 more of them clashing with your skeletons. What would you like to do?
I will...
Excellent. Esker says yeah very loudly and ends their turn.
No, I've got a lot to like work through.
Oh,
but,
do you? Mr.
Yeah.
I have 100 skeletons? I never would have guessed.
and like 19 prepared spells of varying levels that can be upcasted and down. I was like, Anyway.
Why would anyone play a wizard? This is what I'm saying. When I play a spellcaster, I'm just like, yeah, sorcerer, I know these 5 spells, I just pick what I want to cast. Bang, 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 yeah, we're done. Sorcerers are the jocks of the magic world. Everyone knows that. They're the cool guys.
Eska will glean a look at number orange 5.
Yes, perfect.
And can you please make a wisdom saving throw? 18.
Yes, it rolled a 19 flat, so it can make a wisdom save. It is not looking at you at all. It is now turned around and it is stalking like some sort of predatory cat or dog or hyena or something up behind Lee.
That's very sad.
It is indeed.
That's very, very, very sad. Crown of Madness does not go off.
Nope.
Nope. Not at all. Oh, I can do my other thing, which will be a disadvantage because I'm poisoned.
Hooray! Oh yeah, Lee's also poisoned. Damn it.
Yeah.
That ain't good.
Yeah, you have disadvantage on everything.
Yay!
A 15 doesn't hit, does it?
15, unfortunately, does not hit.
Cool. Alright. Let's move on to skeletons. Can you move that other one around?
Which other one?
The one that's not currently engaged. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Yes. We'll work in the same order, so we'll start with orange 3 and I'll move across.
Perfect. Orange 3. The
both
skeletons continue to fire arrows and hack and slash at the eldritch horror beast, the frozen darkness.
Well, I just rolled 2 19s on the archers, so...
Nice. The archers just plunge 2 arrows deep into it.
What's that? 11... 13 piercing from both of them.
13 piercing. Cool.
And 11. And...
That one now falls to the ground and begins to shake.
I'm gonna keep attacking it.
Perfect. As the skeletons keep attacking it, can all 4 of them, plus yourself, make a dexterity save?
Sure. Myself, 19.
Perfect.
That's not. 5 for leftmost. 13 for the next one. 5 again. 10 for the next one. So 1 potential success.
Yeah. Okay. So anyone that rolled under 14 takes a full 16 damage. Anyone who didn't takes the half, which is 8. As this creature just shattered, sending icy shards in all directions for about 20 feet.
What was full damage again?
Full damage was 16. Half was 8.
16.
Half if you passed, full damage if you did not. It just shattered in frozen shards of undead flesh and bone all around. It hurt.
Alrighty. That's the damage. Okay.
Meanwhile, at the exact same time, so not aware that the creature will do this.
Yeah. Can that other skeleton turn around and hit 2? The one that's like right next to 2?
No, sure. I'll pretend.
Up to you.
I'll pretend that you had told it to not attack the other one.
Alright. I'll re-roll.
Am I not merciful?
Does a 16 hit?
16 will hit.
Cool. AC is 16.
AC 16, yells Eska from the middle of the battlefield.
12 slashing.
12 slashing. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Get slash number 2.
And then the other 2 attacking into 4. That'll definitely miss. 21 will hit. 15 slashing into number 4.
15 slashing.
And then up in the top, 12 will hit. Neither will 10. A natural 20 will hit.
Yes.
Ooh. Is that the first one?
That's the second one.
Okay.
For...
Lucky you.
Look, I have a 55% chance.
I know. I know. I'm just salty. Let me ask in my
Salt.
salt. Yeah.
For 20 damage onto orange 4.
20 damage onto orange 4. Perfect. Orange 4 and blue 2 both suddenly begin shaking. Please make Ali, Jack, and 3 skeletons up here, and Eska and these 4 skeletons here.
What's the DC?
The DC,
Yeah.
14. 14 or higher, please.
2 will fail up around orange 4.
Is
Perfect.
it dexterity?
And the
Dexterity,
3,
please.
just the 3 closest to me, was it?
Yep. And yourself.
Dignified. Ali rolled a 24 and Jack rolled a nat 20.
So Ali
Eska
and
roll.
Jack leap out of the way and take no damage hiding behind a tree.
Eska rolled a nat 20, and...
Okay.
This feels like personal humiliation for yourself and me, Requin. Like just not rolling.
It really does.
And 3 of the 6 skeletons failed.
3 of the 6 skeletons failed. Brutal. Okay, so I have 2 different rolls here that are going to do damage. Wow. So number 2 here, everyone in the disaster radius takes 20 on a fail and 10 on a success. As undead pieces of frozen flesh and bone shatter across the battlefield.
How many? How many damage?
20 for this one.
Holy biscuit. Alright.
Number 4, 18.
Alright.
These things are dangerous. They are frozen to the core. Just their undead souls keeping the immense cold of eons in this frozen landscape under control. Meanwhile, Ali,
Yes.
what would you like to do? You've just leapt away, and yourself and Jack and Eska suddenly find yourself back to back to back.
I'm gonna shoot the one I can see.
Shoot the one you can see. Number 5, the one that is sneaking
Yeah.
up behind Lee.
I'm gonna try.
Celestial Fae, if you have a link, probably best to post it in the Discord. I think it's probably the best place for it, in whichever channel it suits the community best.
I got
Fire away,
22
Ali.
to hit.
22 to hit. That will definitely hit. This time your arrow plunges into the frozen creature's side.
And Lee's next to it.
Lee is next to it.
Oh, sorry, I think fell over. I forgot how much my sneak attack is. 5d6.
5d6.
Yeah.
You aim carefully, Ali. You think you have identified a weak part of the creature.
That was such a low roll. There's so many 2s and 1s. Okay. It is 25. 25. Piercing damage.
So 25 damage in total?
Yeah.
Nice. bang. Number 5 gets punched with an arrow in the side of the neck. It slows down slightly, but not completely. It is still lunging towards Lee.
Yep.
Thank you,
There's
Gast.
nothing else I can do.
Nothing else that Ali can do.
No. I can tell Jack to attack. Is that it?
Perfect. Lee is just going to shoot with the rifle. Aims. Fires will hit. She's aiming at number 5. Where's Lee's damage dice? 5. Okay, so Lee punches a bullet into number 5, but it is still coming along. It is still attacking. Gosh, what's Lee gonna do? I don't know if Lee can do anything. She's kind of stuck at the moment. It just really sucks. Creatures. Creatures are going to attack. Lee is not supposed to be in the middle of creatures like this. They all are leaning back, ready to lunge forward with their icy claws. Let's start with number 4, who is slashing and hacking at a skeleton. The skeleton armor class is what?
16.
So
Peasantry.
it will just miss both times. The ones attacking Lee, number 5 will hit once. Number blue 5 leaps forward and will hit once. And number 1 leaps forward and will hit once. Ow. Lee takes 18, 19, 20, 25 damage in total, and is poisoned. Just poisoned. Congratulations, Lee. So Lee's in a bad shape. She now has deep gashes on her outer thigh from number 1 here, and is now limping on that leg. 5 has slashed her across the chest and the shoulder, and this number 5 has now slashed her down her back. She's bleeding profusely from the wounds, and the dark ice is penetrating, causing her to be poisoned yet again. She has become lightheaded.
Poison only lasts for 1 turn.
It only lasts until the start of their next turn.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so you are now out of the poison.
Yay!
Yeah, there is no save for it though, so it's pretty brutal.
It is.
So, start of Requin's turn. Esker, could you do me a favour, please? And
I can.
Just roll a random d20, not for any reason.
A random d20?
Yeah, sure.
Can I borrow one of yours?
Sure. I'll roll it for you.
No, I got it. Nah, it's a 7.
You forget I'll just do things you say, don't you?
Yeah, no, I know you'll do things that I say. That's why I rolled it before you rolled it.
I'll roll it for you. Number 7.
Yeah, number 7.
Oh. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Could I please get you to roll a 1d6?
A 1d6.
1d6, please.
I don't like this.
Oh. Requin, should I use the grey one, the orange one, or the blue one?
Blue one.
Alright. I got a 3.
Hooray! I'm useful!
Excellent. Dove, who's struggling the most? That's actually who's the only one who hasn't rolled a nat 20 so far?
Requin.
I'm not the one who needs it though.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Well, Requin.
I see how this is going.
You now roll 3 dice and use the middle one, please.
Oh, a norm. Great.
That sounds normal.
Roll it straight.
Roll 3d20 and use the middle one.
I am developing
Hopefully that's gonna be pretty good on average.
Yeah,
Yeah.
theoretically.
Yeah, I'm just. It's more the meaning.
Yeah.
Not the outcome.
Eska, could you roll a 1d4, please?
Do I even have a D4 out? Hang on. I don't use D4s. I do.
No, it's fine. Disregard the d4.
Oh, I got it. Don't worry, it's 2.
2, okay. And the first one was a 3, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Team. The entire world just shifts. And you find you are 30 feet in the air. The world just fell away underneath you. The Dreamhunter has just shifted it. You all fall 30 feet to the ground.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does anyone have anything to save themselves from taking some fall damage?
Imagine having
Imagine having the fly spell.
the fly spell or feather fall or
Yeah, any of that.
any of that. I can levitate a singular person.
Wow.
What can you do as a reaction to this?
Oh, not
Anything,
that.
anyone?
Absolutely nothing.
In that case, all the skeletons, all the players, and even the evil creatures all take 4 damage.
4.
Okay.
Could everybody please then make a DC 13 Dex save? Because not just you fell when you found that the entire ground shifted down 30 feet, but a whole load of debris, rocks, ice, and whatnot. Cast Bardic Inspiration of 1d8. Team, you all get a +3 to this roll.
Alright.
You hear a voice on the wind. It is the Good Witch of the West. And they bless you with +3 Bardic Inspiration.
Lovely. How do you want me to roll the skeletons?
Just roll as a group.
Yep, cool.
Otherwise, we'll be here all night.
You will be. Are they getting +3 or is it just me?
No, yeah, they all get +3. They're attached to you. They're inspired by your inspiration.
Cool. Oh.
Ali rolled really low.
It's a 6, so just fine.
Eska rolled a 13 +3 +3 is 19.
I need
Skeleton.
an 11.
You need an 11.
I do need an 11.
Emotional
Skeletons might have beat that by 9 without mods. I'm sorry, Requin.
Oh my god.
You can do 11 + 9 without modifiers.
Requin, Eska, Ali, did you pass your save?
Yes.
Is it the save was 11?
The save was 11.
Yeah. Both Jack and Ellie.
Perfect.
Save.
Requin, have you saved?
Yes. With the +3, I got a 28.
Wow, that is a big one. You all dodge out of the way of falling
I rolled-
debris.
15. It was 3. Plus I already calculated 15.
Perfect. You all end up dodging out of the way of the falling debris. Requin, you developed a slight fear of heights for a second there and took 2 psychic damage as you fell back to Earth. The creatures all failed. They rolled a 6, an 8, and a 4. So the creatures actually take some additional damage as shit just falls on them. It is potentially quite a bit, actually. 13. They all took 13 damage. That, unfortunately, is going to pop this one and this one.
No.
Could I get Lee and this one skeleton to make a dex save, and these two, this one and this Mr. Esker wizard person, to make a dex save also?
Alright. One in front of Lee makes a 15.
15 will pass. Lee will pass.
One skeleton in front of that one fails. The other one gets 14. Esker gets 19.
Okay. So anyone under 14 takes full damage. This one here was 17. So if you passed, you will take 8 damage for this one. And this one here... Wow, that's so good. That's so low. 9. So if you pass, you will take 4. Which includes Lee. So Lee has just been shot in the back by frozen bone and flesh shards. Hooray! Now, it comes to Requin's turn, I believe, after all the chaos of the world falling 30 feet suddenly.
Yep.
Requin, what would you like to do?
Okay, so we're now fallen. Great. She will command her viola to go towards the least of Lees, and will cast Hold Person using 3rd level to reach its phantom hands on the backs of the 2 corpses, and please make a whiz save.
Perfect. That is a 17 and an 11.
11 does not pass.
Okay, so number 5 then is now being held.
Yay. It's paralyzed.
Perfect. Number 5 is paralyzed. It strains against the phantom hands of the viola, but cannot move.
I assume Sleet Storm is no longer applicable?
Sleet Storm?
The ice
Oh.
of it everywhere.
No, it has just frozen everything, yes. But there are now cracks in the ice. Although the lake is completely frozen, you do not need to worry about falling into it.
Okay. I will walk slightly closer to shore.
Excellent. Requin, where would you like to stand in particular?
On the dock, sure.
Requin, you step forth and stand on the dock.
And I would like to call out to a passing spirit and see what kind of tale they have to tell.
Excellent. A passing spirit whizzes past you because it is past.
Where we get? I think this one's not very nice. Yep. I've gotten this one so many times. The target and another creature of its choice it can see within 5 feet of it gains temp hit points equal to a roll of Bardic Inspiration die plus my charisma. So Lee will get... What's my charisma for? Lee will get 9 temp hit points.
Lee is very thankful for this.
And there's no really another creature within 5 feet that's nice, so I guess no one gets 10 hit points.
Yeah. The viola beefs up. Its arms get a bit bit musclier.
Yes,
Perfect.
and that will be my turn.
Excellent. Requin's still invisible, wandering around doing good deeds around the battlefield. So, Esker,
Ahoy,
Wizard friend,
wizard friend.
what would you like to do? There are two of these dastardly horde creatures left. Both of them are attacking Lee. One is being held by Requin's Viola in a lovely bear hug.
How's Lee looking?
Roll perception.
Of course, when it's something so inconsequential, I roll really, really high. I got a 21.
Excellent. According to Ali's journal, damn fine. But on the
Esker's just like slipped the journal out.
it's just seems like an Esker thing to do. But no, Lee seems quite damaged. They have, as I said, a slash across the outside of their thigh. They are limping on. They have a slash across their chest, their back, and their shoulder at the moment. They have been buoyed slightly by Requin's Viola, but they are still not in a good place and poisoned. So...
Cool. Esker is going to cast Life Transference.
Perfect. Esker immediately dies and Lee is alive.
It doesn't work like that.
Oh, sorry.
I've got to damage myself, which I would say is really low. This is not fun. It's not, well, it's kind of fun. I take 11 damage, and Lee will heal 22 damage.
Yeah.
Ooh. 22. Lee's wounds close as some open on Esker. Cracks appearing in his rocky facade as Lee's flesh knits back together.
I will then hurl a fiery crocodile at the unheld one.
Excellent. Out of nowhere, flaming crocodile.
Flaming crocodile. We love it. Boom. Slaps it in the face with the 22 to hit.
Excellent. Its flaming jaws snap around the icy creature.
And does 3 necrotic damage.
Boom. 3 necrotic damage is dealt to the creature. It seems to have no effect.
Cool. And then the arch is the only other things that can attack.
The two archers fire a volley of arrows across, probably at, 1 or 5 they could choose.
Number 1. Let's go with. 1 will hit, dealing 16 damage.
Bang. Number 1 has been number 1'd by an arrow. Ali, any action from the Wood Elf as all this chaos has erupted around you? What would you like to do?
I am going to tell Lee to get out of their radius range, and I'm going to hold an action to shoot once Lee's safely away.
Perfect. Lee is going to try to disengage. She's going to use her action to move back away from the creature. Grabs the Viola by the neck and drags it back with her. Come on, you little friend. It's getting out of here. Requin, does your Viola even need to be near the creature to hold it? I don't think it does.
Not really, I just use it for flavor text.
The arms are literally just like holding it out of the ground like Robin from One Piece. Yeah. Spectral arms holding the creature. Number 5 still held in place as the Viola is pulled back. Ali, your held action?
I'll shoot.
Which one? 5 or 1?
I will shoot 1.
Excellent.
That one's not being held. Yeah.
An arrow flies across the battlefield. Petals.
22?
Petals drop as it flies and punches into the creature's chest. Deal your damage.
Yeah. Only problem with this is I don't get sneak attack now, but anyway.
That is true. Number 5, I'll let you have it.
Roll 12 damage.
12 damage, not too bad. That is enough to destroy number 1,
Yeah.
who erupts Nobody is within its radius. So, any other action from you, Ali?
No.
Perfect. Lee has moved back out of the danger zone. Number 5 is still being held in place. That means it is the creature's turns. May I make a save against being held?
Assume. Make a whiz save.
That's a nat 1.
Never mind then.
There ain't no saving from Requin's viola. The magical instrument with its ghostly hands is holding the creature in place. It cannot move. It struggles and strains against the bonds, but it is of no avail. Back at Requin's turn, Ali, could you roll a 1d20 for me?
I mean, I could.
Could also not.
And by could you, I mean that thing that I asked you to do.
Okay. 19?
19.
Suppose I roll high now.
Wow.
What have I done?
A lightning storm crashes over the area. Just need to check the audio on that. You guys can still hear me, right? I don't know if that lightning storm's too loud. We'll turn it down slightly. Okay. A lightning storm erupts over the mountains, just out of nowhere. The clouds seeming to appear like magic. And could I get you please to roll a 1d10? Does lightning strike near the party, Ali?
I rolled an 8.
An 8. On a 6 to 8, lightning strikes nearby to the party. Rolling very low. Everybody takes 3 damage as lightning strikes here. And the sheer force, sound, and light deal damage to you all.
Please remove 2 skeletons.
Let's remove the 2 closest to the lightning strike. That was blistering. Number 5 also perishes from the lightning.
There! I did it, guys.
Yes, it explodes. Icy shards all over the battlefield, but you all survive. Taking deep breaths, you have survived this battle, all of you. That horrible horde of hordiness. Everyone's favourite.
Run over to Lee to check to make sure she's okay.
Lee is not okay.
Okay.
Lee is doing decidedly not great right now. They took a lot of damage in that fight.
Yeah, I don't have anything that could help except for potentially healing mushrooms.
Lee, potentially. Lee just looks at Ali and says, "Don't y'all worry about me. I'll be fine." She's just like bandaging up her wounds using heal checks.
I'm gonna give her 1 magic mushroom anyway.
1 magic mushroom anyway.
Yeah.
Could you roll a percentage for me then?
Yeah.
Let me find this table that I need.
43.
43, you say? 43, that is good, I think.
I don't like the sound of that.
Let me just check. I'm just trying to check which table we're rolling on. Perfect. 43 is the positives. Can you
Oh,
roll
thank
percentage again?
Oh no. Sorry. Dice went everywhere. I rolled 2.
2 on a
2.
percentage dice.
Yeah.
Wow. So Lee is healed. 12.
I want it.
Heals 12, and also apparently from Lee's mouth, as she opens it to say thank you, a sort of light blue fog puffs out of her mouth. Lee finds that she has now got advantage on charisma checks for the next hour, specifically ones that involve deception.
Well, it could have been spiders, so that's a plus.
Says Ali to Lee. Yes, it coulda. I'm glad it ain't. Lee says, just like putting a finger in her mouth to check for spiders.
No spiders.
Perfect. Team, it is at this point that you hear the sound of footsteps nearby.
From what direction?
From back up the road.
It's Pat.
Yeah. So running down the road, just past Ali and Lee, into the middle of the party, is Pat and Georgie.
What's going on?
So Pat sort of keels over slightly, holding onto her legs. She puffs. Oh, we came as fast as we could. You have to help. They're attacking the caravan. They're everywhere. Says Pat. Georgie's just looking along in fear, shaking her head. I can't help them, she says. The party stands there struck
back.
for a moment. Excellent.
Yeah,
Ali,
let's run back.
Ali begins running back towards the caravan. Perfect. What does Eska and Requin do in this situation?
Requin's still being transparent. Will not run, and I suppose briskly walk up the path, muttering to herself, "At least they're good bait."
At least they're good bait.
Wow.
Wow.
Eska.
Look, they're being sent on a mission to find the Dreamhunter, and then if it happens to not be the Dreamhunter that's attacking them, then essentially they're not being useful to us.
Eska.
Eska is not doing great, and skeletons are kind of falling apart, but he will make his way at exactly his walking speed back up the path.
Excellent. Perfect. You walk past Pat, who's still sort of holding on to their legs, and Georgie, who is just looking shocked on the path. Could you please make a perception check, Eska and Requin?
Must not matter that much.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. As you walk up the road, following Ali, who has rushed off, you see Lee raise her rifle. And she seems to be pointing it at Georgie. because Lee rolled a nat 20.
Hell
What?
yeah.
She just yells, "Who the hell are you?" Georgie stops shaking her head, and Pat stops panting, sort of stands up. They both turn around in a really unnatural way.
Do we notice this?
You
Ali
don't,
wouldn't.
because you ran off straight away, like a clever person. Unfortunately, right next to Requin and Eska, Pat and Georgie, as they turn around in a very unnatural way, suddenly become dark, formless shadows. They seem to shimmer and shake for a
Hooray!
second.
I'm useful.
Excellent. Who is the most struggling player at the moment? Hexinger. Please choose a player.
Struggling how? In terms of HP or in terms of how they're playing?
It's unclear. I need you to pick because we're all struggling in multiple ways. Yep, Requin, you notice this. They have not noticed you, however. You are invisible, and they rolled very low to see. So they both turn from Lee, and their heads shift strangely. I will take a flip of a coin. It is the most aristocratic of candles, Requin. You have advantage on your next roll.
Right. Thank you.
The two of them turn towards Eska, and they begin lumbering forward. Their dark, shadowy faces seeming to contort into a sinister grin. I believe that it was Requin's turn. Ali
she
called
did
down lightning,
nothing.
but yeah.
Yeah.
So, can I sense that this is the Dreamhunter? Or the Dreamhunter essence?
That is a really good question. Could you please make a perception, investigation, or any other skill you can think of?
Yes. Okay, that is a 10 on the die with perception is 19.
Yeah. So 19 in total.
Yes.
They do not seem to be the Dreamhunter. These are not sent by the Dreamhunter, but you can sense the Dreamhunter's magic at work here. They do not belong here. So, Ali, can you make a perception check, please?
I could try. $23.
DC was not high. As you start running up the road, you hear Lee's rifle. Bang. Oh, sorry, I can cast that. Lee's rifle explodes. As one of the creatures seems to dodge out of the way of the bullet. In a cloud of smoke, Lee's rifle has fired. So I'm assuming as you hear Lee's rifle fire, you would turn around, Ali.
Yeah.
You are slightly up the road. Turning around, you see dark figures where Georgie and Pat once were. Crowding around Eska, reaching out with their dark hands. Requin, any
Doing
action?
great for Ali's self-esteem.
Yeah. Any action you would like to take, Requin? You have
Yes.
discerned from your wisdom and your connection to the Dreamhunter that their magic is at work here, but it is not them directly. These are not conjurations, not extensions of the Dreamhunter like before. These are something else, something that does not belong here.
her thought process is to examine these things. This is a new experience situation we haven't encountered before, so she will hold out both of her hands and, I suppose, gesture to each one of them, and will cast Hold Person at 3rd level yet again. Please make wisdom saves of DC 16.
Okay, so this one here will pass, this one here will fail.
Okay, yeah, one of them is paralyzed.
Excellent. This one here seems stuck, paralyzed in place. It has been held with magical force. It is looking around for the source, Requin. It cannot find you.
And as my bonus action, I'm not going to aid anyone directly, as I will see what spirit is willing to tell me something useful. It's again.
Excellent. A spirit whizzes past your ear, and you ask it a question.
Okay. Tale of the Runaway. The target can immediately use its reaction to teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space it can see.
Ooh.
When the target teleports, it can choose a number of creatures it can see within 30 feet of it, up to my charisma modifier, to immediately use the same react. What?
So what is your charisma modifier?
It's +4.
So whoever you cast this on, plus 4 more things they pick, can teleport 30 feet away?
I think so.
Nice.
That's... Whoa.
It's
We
very
don't
good.
need that, though.
Esther would like to not be between monsters.
Whispers Eska, knowing that Requin is somewhere nearby.
Yeah, she's somewhere. Yeah, I suppose he is very visibly not doing great.
Oh yeah, no, he's visibly not doing it.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Alright. She'll gesture her head, and a flower will flow and rest on him. And
Excellent.
you can teleport 30 feet, unoccupied space,
Alright, he's gonna just
wherever you'd like.
diagonally straight back to, yeah, that's what I mean. And then all the skeletons, 4 skeletons. Yeah, that one, and then 2 up the top near Lee. Yeah, back towards me. I'm on the skeleton out of the fight.
Wow.
Excellent.
Yeah. Thanks.
Says
And
Eska.
that is the end of my turn.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Requin.
Actually, I would like to move back as well, please.
Requin, you slowly step back. Please make a stealth check.
Very stealthy indeed. Not terrible. That is 17.
Yeah, you easily pass. It is even difficult to tell where you were going in the snowdrifts. The creatures seem to be looking around for something to target. Perfect. Can I get everybody except for... No, even Requin. No, they can't see you. Everyone except for Requin make a wisdom save.
$13.
17.
13 and 17. Excellent. That's fun for you, Eska. Just nearby.
Dark Link? Is this... Are we...
The two dark shapes change and shift. One of them looks identical to Esker now. The other one looks identical to your old friend Krilleli. They do not say anything, but they are no longer nameless now.
Interesting.
Esker, having moved away from the battle, you now stare back at where you just were to see yourself. This is disconcerting. If you are to make an attack against that creature, it will be done with disadvantage.
So if I attack my doppelganger, I do it at disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay.
What would you like to do, Esker? This entire situation is weird.
Seeing my own self.
Correct.
Esker would be enraged.
Cool.
Oh my god, my D&D Beyond is losing its mind.
Perfect. It's hard to deal with two Eskers at once, I get it.
Yeah, it is. He would lose his mind. A black tendril of darkness will form in his hand and will crack around the neck of the doppelganger Esker. Please make a Dex 18 save.
Dex 18, which I will do with advantage against you. That's a nat 20. It just grabs the tendril and slams it back towards you. Please make the same save.
Fuck's sake. Oh! Yes!
That's never a nat 20, right?
No, it's not a nat 20, but it's enough. That spell would have killed me.
Yep.
Okay.
It is dark. This creature just reflects your attack back at you.
Holy sh... so do I roll the damage to myself, or are we just calling it?
No. Let's call it as a reflected spell that you have both saved, ironically, since you are doppelgangers.
So we'll both take half damage.
Correct.
Cool. Well, that's alright. So we're at 7, 9, 10, so 5 damage each.
5 damage each.
Damn it.
The Shadow Esker shudders and twitches slightly, but nothing else happens.
Which Esker will heal 2 of. Damn it! I really wanted that to work.
Says Esker, kicking the snow disappointedly.
Oh, no, he's pissed. Oh, and there goes my level 5 spell slot. No.
Esker tears a page out of their spellbook. And now goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Yeah.
Esker,
There is more to do.
you have your skeletons. What do?
They will. This is a new fight. I have to order them. The melee ones will stay where they are, but the archer ones will attack.
Perfect. Pew pew.
Yeah. One gets a natural 1. That was
Perfect.
about the other one.
It is
gets
confused
a
about attacking
20.
Esker. It just
Gets
refuses
a
to do so.
26.
The other one,
that's sweet.
the other one doesn't care. It's like, I get to shoot my boss. This is everyone's dream. Fires an arrow at the wizard.
Sorry, I added that wrong. It's 23, but that doesn't really change anything.
No.
For 13 piercing damage.
13 piercing damage. Bang! The arrow punctures into Esker. I mean, the shadow Esker, not the real Esker. I assume. Theoretically.
Yeah.
Theoretically, it's not you. I guess. Or maybe it is. I don't know what I've got planned. Or do I?
You've got shenanigans, that's what you've got.
Oh, good. Hooray. I love shenanigans. Now that it's finished Esker's turn, shoot, it sounds like it's Lee's turn to roll a 1d20. Yay. Comes a disembodied voice from the universe. What did Lee roll? 17. That's excellent. Perfect. The entire area now, the ground itself, seems to just erupt with a ghostly mist, and spirits can be seen walking through it in every direction. Could everybody please make a DC 13 wisdom save?
Yes.
Lee has done just that.
Nope.
I got a 19.
I failed a 6.
Okay. So Ali and Esker have failed. Am I correct in that assumption?
You are correct.
Yep.
Please take 6 psychic damage as a spirit has passed through you, and you are filled with their nameless dread. Ali, the Wood Elf Road.
Yeah. That's
As
me.
you run back into the clearing, you see the satyr Kreleli, an old friend of yours, and you see Esker standing there in the middle of battle. Could you please make a perception save? A perception check. Did you remember?
21.
Did you remember to pack your perception today? You
Yeah.
checked quickly. You did. You see there are 2 Eskers, one up on a ridge, surrounded by skeletons, and the other one down on the ground in the middle of the battle. Could you roll anything more than a 1 on an insight check?
We'll find out. I feel like you've just doomed it, but that's fine. 17.
Excellent.
Ugh.
It's not hard to tell which is the real Esker. The one surrounded by skeletons seems to be the best choice.
Okay, well, that seems odd.
The other one is
I know where
indistinguishable.
Kreleli came from.
No. Asleep back in the caravan for all you know.
I guess I'm gonna shoot the Esker. That's not Esker.
Excellent. Pulling out Fallen Lilies, you fire at the Dark Esker.
30?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, 30.
The arrow flies straight and true.
Cool. But no one's next to him, it's fine.
Viola is. Viola basically
Okay.
counts as Requin, so...
So that gives me a sneak attack?
Yep. Wherever Viola is, that is also Requin.
She is a Viola.
Correct.
That is 4 6s. Wait.
4 6s.
Oh, that's wonderful.
As opposed
Yeah,
to your
that's-
last sneak attack. That's amazing.
It is. Doing math. 29 plus 7. What does that equal? 36. 36 damage.
36 damage. Bang. The Shadow Esker breaks its form, returning to a dark shape, and it begins to sort of back away down towards the shore, just sort of shaking its head and saying, "No, no, no, I won't go back. No, no, no." It seems to be freaking out just slightly.
I turn to Lee and go, "What's going on?"
Lee exasperatedly just like says, while still like looking down the barrel of her gun, "I ain't got a single idea. All I know is these two showed up and they ain't the people I thought they were. I'm gonna shoot them and ask questions later."
That's a good idea.
"Damn straight, darling." And she pulls out the rifle again. Any more
Yeah, my
actions,
turn.
Allie?
That's all I got.
Lee begins channeling into their rifle. They will channel witch bolts, creating a witch trace around in the North Star rifle. It begins to glow an iridescent purple. The creatures. This one backs further away and seems to be trying to defend itself. It randomly throws dark tendrils across the area. So Requin and Ali, please make a dexterity save as a dark tentacle lashes in your general direction. They are just random. They are not aiming at you, but you are in the path of them. Nat 20.
I guess we're in the portion of the episode where we roll okay.
Yep. You got a what?
Wait, no, 24. There we go.
24. Excellent. Ali, you leap sideways, collecting something midair, and the two of you do an amazing dance. Ali, you're dancing with an invisible partner as you move out of the way of the dark tendrils.
Freak out a little bit and go, "What was that?"
Yep, you just figure it's a spirit or something. There was a few of those kicking around.
Okay. Sure. Dancing with ghosts. Not the strangest thing I've done.
Correct.
That's a great alley quote.
The strangest thing you've done today.
Requin and Ali, can you please make a performance check? How good is your dance?
Really? Okay. I can see the day.
I just want to know.
Or at least.
I rolled a 21.
21. Nice.
Wow.
Ali, you look amazing.
I rolled really, really low, but because I have a plus 12 in performance, that is a 15.
Excellent. Requin, you have no idea which dance Ali is doing. Ali looks amazing, but you do not know the steps. Because you are such a good performer, though, you just follow along. You figure it out as you go. And it still is definitely passable. Although no one can see you.
No one can see it.
But you're proud of yourself.
I'm still confused.
Yeah, you're proud of yourself. You're proud of yourself and Ali. Perfect. The other creature, Kreleli, steps forward.
At the end of its turn, it needs to make a whiz save to be unparalyzed.
Oh, of course it does. What's the DC, if you don't mind me asking?
16.
16, it just passes. It got a 16.
I see.
Kreleli steps forward and stabs 3 times with a rapier towards Ali. Like a duelist. What is your armor class, Ali?
17.
The first one hits. The second one you parry away with your dagger. The third one hits again, though. That is a 9, a 4, and a 9.
Oh.
So the second one's the one you parried, which was the 4. Oh, sorry, no. Disregard. A 9 and a 4. So 13 in total. as it stabs. Could you all make a wisdom save for me again?
DC?
DC. There's no DC. I just need wisdom saves.
Oh,
18.
13.
Alright.
What do you mean? Oh. That would be a 14.
14? Perfect. Alright, so 14. Esker, you got
13.
13. And Ali got quite high.
Yeah, 18.
Okay. Shadow Esker is back. Shadow Krilleli is now Shadow Lee. A dark version of Lee stands in front of you, their rifle crackling with purple energy. Requin, it is your turn. What action do you take?
This is what I feel she would do at the moment. She will start walking towards the non-Esker.
The
And-
Nesca. Gotcha.
Neska. And as she does, she will return visible. Her hands clasped behind her back, her shoulders relaxed and lowered.
I'm intimidated.
And yeah, she's looking at this creature with slight curiosity, but also just this blank slate. And she will ask it, "Do you really think you have a purpose?
Ooh, brutal.
I assume you use the Dreamhunter's energy for this, huh? Without it, you are nothing."
Excellent.
And we'll cast Dissonant Whispers on it. At the 4th level, yeah.
The save?
Please make a Wisdom save.
I have an 8.
It does not pass.
It has failed so hard. It holds
And
its
it-
head in its hands, and it says, "I'm out. I'm out. I'm nobody. I'm Esker. I'm Esker. I have a name. I have a name." It calls.
You are just a creature from the shadows trying to be something you're not. And you will take. Let me just roll these dice. Not horrible. That will be 23 psychic damage.
Boom. It just evaporates into a cloud of black smoke and seems to be sucked back through the air itself to somewhere. You hear it call, "No!" as it is pulled into wherever it came. Says Requin to himself.
Very curious about these things. But,
Make an
So
insight.
it just evaporated into air?
Yeah, like it sort of evaporated into gaps in the air somewhere.
Alright. I will make an insight.
Requin puts on a monocle.
Trusting you. Nice. The detective hat comes back out.
Detective hat comes
No,
back
it's
out.
not. It's locked deep within a chest somewhere. That is a 16 on insight.
16. These are definitely souls. They are souls. They seem to be a strange sort of soul, though, and you recognize that the Dreamhunter once again is trying in some way to influence the real world and the world of dreams. Although given that these souls seem to be very real, you think the Dreamhunter is trying to pull the world of dreams and the real world back closer together, and these spirits are leaking out. If it's trying to get back in there, it can regain a lot of its power, Requin.
And that will be my turn.
Excellent. Eska. The Shadow Eska has been banished to the Shadow Realm. What action would you like to take?
I don't know if this is foolish or it's... But Eska needs some boots.
Oh, vampire touch.
Hey Requin, lend me your neck for a second. I need to drink your blood.
Yeah, Eska's arms start like full, like normally it's concentrated sort of around the forearm, but it'll be sort of the entire arm, and he'll run at the shadow figure and punch into it with a 23 to hit.
God. All I can think of is that Simpsons episode where Homer's trying to like run through the door and just ends up turning around and just screaming and running at it. Eska runs at the Shadow Lee.
Yeah. You'll do... Oh, Lee.
Yeah, it is Lee, but it's like a Shadow Lee.
Yeah, no, whole Lee, because my dice is on fire. That'll be 12, 17, 19 necrotic damage.
19 of the most necrotic damage.
Is it half? It is half.
Excellent. Eska, it has no effect.
That doesn't matter.
Perfect.
The health.
The fact that I hit it and did quote unquote damage means I can heal.
Nice. How much health do you sap away?
Half of the damage.
Perfect. The Shadow Lee seems to be sustained, but you have healed some life force. Any other action, Eska, as you punch Shadow Lee?
Yeah, I've got other things I can do. Like Firecroc will miss. The archers will also miss.
Missed.
Everything else missed. Don't worry. I do nothing.
I do nothing.
As you were.
Eska, your turn finished. Ali the elf, this Shadow Lee is raising their rifle towards you. What do you do?
See, now you see, kind of made a deal with Lee that if Lee ever hurt me, my friends in any way, I'd stab her in the back. I might do that.
Nice.
So I get Old Faithful out, and I stab Shadow Lee.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Stab away.
Oh, 18?
18 will hit.
Hey! And Eska's standing next to the Shadow.
Very, very foolishly.
Correct.
Okay. It is 26 damage.
Boom. The Shadow Lee dissipates as the dagger punches deep into them. As it flies off into oblivion, being pulled between realms. The universe seems to cheer.
Eh.
And you hear its ghostly voice. No, I'm Lee. I'm Lee. As it disappears. This is all quite strange, this entire interaction, and it leaves you all visibly shaken. Was that real? Were those the real people? But they kept changing. Very
Right, and
unusual.
Eska's standing right next to me. I'm gonna like check to make sure Eska is real Eska.
Eska? Ali's looking at you suspiciously. How are you going to prove you're the real Eska?
Eska will reach into a pocket that's hidden beneath the cloak, and he will produce a blue gem.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, it's the friendship bracelet.
It's the friendship bracelet.
Hey, Ellie starts looking suspicious. But she looks at Lee.
Yeah. Lee pulls out the stone that you gave. It's attached to their braid.
Oh,
Mm.
so sweet.
I didn't know she put it in a braid.
Mm.
That's sweet.
Yeah. She just sort of looks at you and is like, darling, come on. Sort of flicks her braid around and shows you the stone.
Okay.
Lee moves over to Ali and just says, well, at least I know what'll happen if I ever do you wrong. That weren't easy to see.
You told me that I could stab you in the back, so I did.
Damn right I did. That's a promise.
You do a flourish with the dagger, and then I put it away.
Perfect. Everybody catches their breath, except for the skeletons who have no breath, including Jack.
Hi, Jack.
You all see Requin standing on the dock, looking out over the completely frozen water. Requin, could you make a perception check for me?
Yes, I can, and I will. Please. Okay. I'm so glad I have good bonuses. It is a dirty 20.
Nice! Requin, across the lake itself, you can see a valley cut into the mountains. It seems to twist and turn. That's where the Dreamhunter's energy seems to be emanating from. As its power grows, its position becomes more clear. It is doing something. It is both gathering power and shedding it in equal amounts. Whatever's happening over there, it is substantial.
Anyone know how to ice skate?
Says Ali.
Ice skate?
Skate across the ice?
Huh.
Eska will pause for a moment, and a flourish of magical energy. After a few minutes, he will produce ice skates for everyone.
Hey!
Nice.
Go ice skating!
Last 4th level spell slot.
Nice. That's very cute. Lee is like a baby giraffe trying to use this. Eska, what about skeletons?
For everyone.
For everyone. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It can be contained. Would they? Oh no, they wouldn't contain metal. It'll be natural materials. So as long as it can fit in a 10-foot cube, I can make as many as I like.
Dude, there's so many shards of sharp bone around from those things exploding. You
Yeah.
can just make bone skates. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Bone skate.
The most
My
metal
god,
thing I've
let's
ever
go ice
heard.
skating.
Bone skate.
It's bone skates.
So
Yep.
clearly, you're gonna teach Lee how to ice skate.
I'm
Yep.
gonna teach Lee how to ice skate.
Yeah.
We're also going to teach Esker because he has no idea how to do it, and he's
Okay, ice skating lesson, everyone.
Yes, let's forget about the Dreamhunter for a second.
So wholesome. Yeah.
Ali does like a triple axel on the ice, so.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Lee's just like, stop it, stop showing off.
Fun! I haven't ice skated in ages.
Oh gosh. In any case, you ice skate across the lake. And you end up finding yourselves in another place. On the far...
Sorry, what's more terrifying than seeing a dozen skeletons, these weird creatures, various species, with magic energy just ice skating across a huge lake? I feel like that's the most intimidating thing we could have come up with unintentionally.
Yep,
But it's also super wholesome.
It's
Yeah.
Yes, also that.
it's pretty terrifying and wholesome.
Also, on the way, Requin will not make a big deal out of this at all, but she will ice skate next to Esker and just cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, very cute.
You're a legend. You are a legend. How much?
At second level, so you'll get this. Oh, that's pretty good. 16.
16 is fine.
Excellent. Team, you have made your way across the lake, taken off your bone skates and stored them in your backpacks around your neck in terms of the skeletons who don't have backpacks everywhere else.
Can we add bone skates to our
You
inventory?
can add bone skates to your inventory now.
Yeah.
That won't come back to bite me in the future, I'm sure.
Well, we all have ice skating equipment now, so...
You sure do. Oh no. Reckon, what sort of bags do you have that you travel with?
Literally one like satchel across the belt.
Nice, perfect.
Mostly it, yeah.
Are you gonna fit skates into there?
I don't think it could hold that many.
So, yeah, most of us, apart from probably Esker and Lee. Ali, you don't have a big backpack either, right?
Probably not.
Lee's just gonna give the skates to Jack. Jack's got like 6 pairs of skates that he's carrying for everyone. I like to imagine the viola has just a single skate that it skates around on. just fits in. Paddles itself around on the one skate with ghost arms. Yeah. Ali's doing like big spins and stuff. The viola's just absolutely shredding. That's now my favorite thing ever. Turns out the viola is amazing at figure skating. Who knew?
Yep.
Playing music while doing it.
I love how you said shredding and it's a musical device.
Yep, thank you. Perfect. As you arrive over the far side of the lake, however, you start making your way into the rocky chasms at the base of this valley. You can see the Dreamhunter's energy just pulsating from a little bit higher up. But as you walk through the clearing, you are all on edge. Could you all please make a perception check because you have heard rustling all around?
Russell.
No rustling.
29.
29.
12!
Yells Esker.
13.
13. Perfect. Team, as you stand there, you hear a rustling sound. Ali, you suddenly notice a figure leap from the forest nearby. save the game? Sure. Is Lelia. She steps down from a rock nearby. Also nearby, Halestra steps out from some nearby bushes. Along with Elisar and Fet. Fet immediately runs over to Requin and just grabs your leg. Oh, Auntie Requin, they're chasing me, says the small gnome.
Sight.
Meanwhile, Halestra walks over to Lee and says, "We're here to help. Have you found the beast yet?" Elisar walks forward towards Eska and looks up at the sky. It says, dark storms, no stars. Disappointing. And Lelia walks over to Ali. Says, "We are here. Where is it? We should put it to death." What would you like to do? I believe Reckman was rolling an insight check.
Yep.
What are the results of said insight check?
It said insight check. What is my insight? +5. Oh, yay. Okay. That will be a 19.
19? Excellent. Suspicious as you are, this seems to be Fet. As far as you can tell, the behavior, the look of it, seems to match. The small creature looks up at you with some glowing red eyes, the sort of silver backing of them flashing in the sun. And they're sort of looking behind them where they crawled out of the undergrowth and rocks, looking fearfully as though for something there. They hold onto your leg even tighter, Requin.
Very tempted to just move her. She will
yes.
try and hold Fet and move her away from her leg.
Yes.
And say, "How did you get here?"
You now are holding a Fet, because Fet rolled very low on that. I'm going to assume your strength will be higher than Fet's.
And sticky.
And you are a little bit sticky now, Requin.
Right.
You are sort of holding Fet out. Would you like to put them down, or would you like to just hold them at arm's length?
I'll put her down.
Okay, so the small creature you pick up and you put them down just slightly away. They immediately begin to sort of tear up a little bit. What would you like to ask, Requin?
How did you get here?
I ran and ran and ran and seems to just be breaking down, having difficulty enunciating through the tears and the sobs.
Okay. She will crouch down to Fet's level, and her demeanor will instantly switch. The cold air around her now filled with a tender affection, and her face softens and she'll look towards Fet, and her eyes soften, and while not smiling, is still not a thin line of her mouth that is usually that, and she'll say, "They're there, my dear. You're with us. There's no need to go.
Fed immediately at this like jumps and goes to like give you a big hug.
Yes, what were you running from?
They're dark things. They chased me.
Ah, I see. It's alright, you're here with us.
Fet begins.
She'll, like, pat them on the back.
Fet begins like sobbing into Requin's shoulder. Ali and Eska, can I get you to roll a percentage dice for me?
You may.
Okay.
60.
33.
3. Excellent.
Oh.
Okay. So, Eska, Elisar has just walked up to you. What would you like to do?
Elisa, you were not with us when we were chasing the hunter. How you find yourself here?
I woke up in the bottom of that caravan of yours. I was looking at the stars on the roof.
Asker will start sort of internally concentrating on himself as he's using his heartfelt ability.
Excellent.
Yeah. And he will insight Mr. Elisar. Oh, that's good. That's real good. 25.
Excellent. They seem to be telling the truth. Their heart beats strong and true, similar to the way you have felt Elisar's heart beat before. Can you make a perception check for me?
Alright. Probably not, but let's see what the... Yep. Probably not. That's a 6.
What did you roll? And that's perfect. Excellent. As far as you can tell, even with your heartfelt, this is the real Elisar. He seems to be telling the truth. He was looking at the stars and fell asleep in your wagon before it took off from the camp.
Esker will grab 2 cups out of his backpack.
Oh my god.
The real test.
The real test of Elisar or not.
Proceed
Unbelievable.
to fill one with water and hand the other one upside down to Elisar and say cheers.
Perfect. Elisar grabs, oh, of course, and cheers the cup and tries to drink from it and sort of looks at it, confused for a second, as if wondering where the water went.
Oh.
As real as I can tell.
Comes Esker's voice. Ali, Lelia looks at you,
Yep.
sort of holding her arms out, palms up, as if questioning. Well, where is it? We need to finish it off.
Well, having just recently stabbed a fake Lee, Ellie's very suspicious, and she gets out that same dagger and just says, or asks, I should say, what color stone did I give Georgie?
Oh,
Yeah, Lelia.
brutal question.
Yes.
What? That's preposterous. What are you talking about? We need to fight the Dreamhunter now. This is no time for questions like this. Would you like to make an insight check?
Yeah. I could do
Such a good question.
14.
14. Excellent. Yeah, you are not trusting it, this Lelia. Not trusting at all.
I point the dagger now up towards her and I say, answer my question or this goes through you.
Perfect. The Lelia sort of takes a few steps back.
Someone unknown 761 just phoned.
Thank you very much for the follow. We appreciate you. The Lelia creature walks back slightly. No, I'm Lelia. I'm Lelia. It seems less and
Then
less
if-
sure of it every time it says it.
If you're Lelia, you could answer the question.
Uh,
Surely Georgie tells you everything.
this results in the creature having a sort of shocked expression for a few seconds, and then suddenly becoming a shadowy shape.
Yeah.
A misformed blob
Damn
of
it.
shadow. Shortly.
Okay.
Wow. Oh, that's big. Lee points her rifle at Halestra. Halestra sort of holds up her hands in defense. Lee, please, I'm here to help. She runs a sort of hand down Lee's cheek, says, "Look, don't fight me. Ali's in trouble, damn it. Can't you see?" And points across to the point where a shadow has now erupted in front of Ali. Lee looks at Halestra suspiciously and then says, "Well, y'all here now. May as well help." She leaps down. Ali, what the hell is that thing?
I don't know.
Calls Ali from the other side.
Ready to tuck it?
Requin, the small fet, now latched onto you, sort of points at where Lelia used to be and went, There, that thing, it's coming to get me.
We won't let it. Do not fret.
Wait a minute, Prince. The two previous were running from the Dreamhunter, so it seems. Maybe these are also. They could be friendly.
These are nothing but tools to the Dreamhunter.
They might not be tools. They could be wailing spirits.
Lee just pipes up. They may not be tools, but they're damn target practice if you ask me.
I will. Eska will walk up to the one that's revealed its true colours. I can't.
We've lost Eska.
Again.
Lost one. Again.
Tasha's
the
hideous
same
laughter.
time. God damn it, Kelly.
Losing track of thought. That's got to count as a derail, right, team?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have some confetti, you crazy people. Oh, Aristocratic Candle, do I owe you any derails? I think I did.
You do.
How many? At least one.
What was it? I
think there was a couple.
There's a
I don't know
couple.
if you've counted the other ones. The ones I can remember are at least 3.
Okay. Oh, that 3. We're up to 61 now. 161 derails on this channel.
Yeah. You'll walk up to it and outstretch a hand and ask. What's the question? I've lost it. He'll ask
Cowie's broken.
what it's hiding from. Why does it need to assume the forms that it does?
Could you please persuade?
That's even worse than perception. Let's go.
Let's go.
You all know what happened last time Eska tried to do a charisma thing with
Yeah.
persuasion.
Well, it's not horrible. I got 13,
Lovely.
but it's not great.
Not bad. Not super persuasive. But the creature seems to lock eyes with you, and it says, "I am. I must be. I'm. I am. I am."
You are what?
And it forms into a creature. I'm Elisa. I am. I am. I can't go back.
Go where?
Please make a persuasion again.
Oh my god. 10.
10. Excellent. I won't go back to sleep. I won't. I have a name. I'm Elisa. Elisa, you know me. It says. Not convincing at all. It is not Elisa's voice that's coming from this creature.
Come from Dreamland.
It recoils at the world of dreams being mentioned.
I see.
No, I'm here. I have a name.
How about you remove the disguise and we give you another name?
Persuasion again.
Fuck's sake.
Ooh.
13.
Perfect. It rolled really low that time. It seems to like cock its head a little bit to the side, as though it's trying to figure you out. I can stay.
You are a spirit, yes.
Seems to think about this. Yes, I think I am. I must be.
Esker's lantern will spin around him.
It has dropped the Elisa disguise.
You can stay as long as you like. You may reside in my lantern. And you may come out when you wish.
Yes. Yes. I will stay. I can stay.
You can stay.
I will have a name. And it touches the lantern. And is immediately pulled in.
What kind of soul is it?
You hear a deep voice. Esker. It is a nameless. And death just materializes out of thin air. Esker. You have a nameless there.
Death. What is a nameless? I've not come across one of these before.
An old soul. Many years in the land of dreams. They dream so long they've lost their name. The Dreamhunter is trying to breach into the land of dreams again. It has let out these souls. I have been collecting them, but there are so many. must stop the Dreamhunter. You must stop them.
Yes, but if Nameless are coming out, we must stop them from causing mischief.
I have their names here. A small goblin runs out and kicks Death in the shin. He pulls one of his horse legs up, looks down at the goblin, says, "Stop that. That's very annoying." He pushes the goblin slightly to the side. It sits down looking rather upset that it has been told off by Death, and seems to be planning where to kick him next. Esker, take these people and head. And he points to the west, up into the canyon between the mountains. Stop that creature. Stop them, please.
Esker will bow low and say, "As you wish," and toss 2 gold coins in the air.
Excellent. The 2 gold coins disappear as Death disappears into dark mist. Fet turns to Requin. He's nice. Does he have any mushrooms?
Sure he does.
Fet looks longingly at the spot where Death just disappeared. Halestra walks over into the middle here and says, "Right, we must be off then, I suppose. Who's
Drop
coming?
your disguise.
What are you talking about?"
Drop it.
Lee walks over. It's just like, "I think this one's on the level, Esker. Would you like to make an intimidation check, Esker?"
Esker would love to make an intimidation check. He will not do very well. He rolls a 4.
Excellent.
Wow.
Halestra just moves over next to Esker and just sort of pats you on the cheek and gives you a little light scratch with her long fingernails as she does. Esker, darling, you can't fool me. If you want me to drop any of this disguise, perhaps we can talk about it later in my caravan.
You're not even here. You're protecting my wagon.
So you say.
Can I see if she has a gemstone in her hair?
Ooh, you can, Ali. Please roll a perception or investigate. You are standing right behind her.
21.
She does not. What would you like
I'm
to do?
gonna stab her.
Just straight up stab her.
Yeah.
Excellent. Make an attack.
Not 20.
Oh my god!
Get stabbed. Excellent. A dark shadow with a dagger in its back now stands where Halestra once was. No, I had a name. I have a name.
You have one last chance. I will offer you the same deal, albeit annihilated.
No, I will live, it says, and it lashes out at Esker.
How much damage did I do?
You should roll your damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, nat 20.
Yeah.
And a
Sneak
sneak
attack.
attack.
With sneak attack.
Yeah.
My arms are
It's-
crazy.
47.
Oh my goodness.
47 damage. Brutal.
Yeah.
This thing is on one knee now on the ground. No! It's my name! I will live! It says, exasperated.
Final offer. I will give you a name, and you can never lie to me.
Would you like to make a wisdom save, please, Eska?
I can make a wisdom save with a 21.
21, excellent. You feel it trying to steal your form, but you dominate it. It falls back to the ground, panting. No! No! I must live! I can't go back! It attacks you again, Eska. Oh, this time it's got a nat 20.
Nicely.
Sharp, blade-like protrusions stab from the end of its fingers towards you. That is 10 damage with the critical.
10.
Yep, as they stab into you.
That's not a lot of damage.
It doesn't have any weapons. It can't take any form. You're lucky it's not casting a spell at you and taking your form.
You are lucky.
Yeah, look. Yeah, look.
Take what you could get.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
well.
when the Nameless are in this form, they're really not that dangerous. It's when they take on the form of someone else, that's when it becomes nasty.
It is a shame.
Mm.
So I know necrotic damage does squat to them, yeah.
That is your insight from last time.
Yeah, cool. Are we doing like turn order, or can I just go crazy?
No, you go. That is fine.
Yeah.
Unless someone else wants to go first.
Eska's arm will outstretch and a ray of frost will beam forth. A dirty 20.
Ooh, the dirtiest of 20s.
The dirtiest of 20s.
Excellent. Your ray of frost blasts into the creature.
9 cold damage.
Excellent. It does not take much to defeat it after Ali's 40 whatever damage.
You're welcome.
And the dark mist burns away, seeping back between the gaps in this reality and the dream world. You hear its echoing screams as it leaves, trying desperately to hold on to this mortal coil. Dang, says Lee. Thing had me fooled.
So do these other two. I offer the same deal. I will give you a name, and you will have a safe place.
Perfect. Elisar doesn't respond at all. They are just looking at the cup still. You never did resolve the cup. So Elisar is.
I thought that was good enough, so I moved on. But now we're like in serious mode.
Yeah, Fet just hugs Requin a little bit tighter.
Bet.
You see a small gnome's head pop out from behind Requin.
Where's Hallie?
Hallie's back fighting them at the wagon with Rolf.
Why aren't you there?
I ran to find you.
How did you get Yeah.
They chased me in the forest and on the lake, and it was slippery, and then I heard you, and I came over here.
Okay. That didn't help.
Requin will sit back a little bit and take out a little heart-shaped mushroom that Fett gave her on Valentine's Day. And will say, "Why did you give this to me?"
Because it told me to, and you're sweet. You're nice. She like drops down onto the ground and opens her backpack and sort of rifles through it for a moment and pulls out a cluster of those same heart-shaped mushrooms. Right. She holds it up to you, and you can see the other one is a very, very, sort of similar type. She says, see, the mushrooms, they said they wanted to go with you because you're nice. Even though everyone says you're scary, you're nice.
She won't say anything and will just, her eyes will flick up to Eska.
We needed to get it to drop the charade. It won't.
Something about Fett. I don't think Fett would know. Gave her a sugar cube this morning.
I mean, doesn't the Fett know the Hallie nickname?
Yeah.
Saying this aloud, Requin?
She has no idea.
Yeah, the alley knows.
She was not there during that conversation.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I broke the Lalia because I asked a personal question. We've asked Fett personal questions. Yeah.
I have an idea.
I mean, okay, what's your idea?
Can we find a little hole in the rock?
Are you gonna do what it is?
Yes.
Eska, you begin looking around for holes in the rock.
I'm gonna investigate.
This is gonna be the sweetest thing ever.
Math is hard. It's 22.
22, excellent. There are several crevices around that you can see.
Hey, Fett.
Sort of looks
Follow
around
me.
Requin again.
Follow me over here.
What is it?
I found a mushroom hole.
Fett says, almost climbing down from Requin, and then looks at Requin, like just dead in the eyes. And this pops next to Requin's ear. Requin! Auntie, is he a real one?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Fett cautiously climbs down, takes a few steps over towards Eska, and then stops looking back at Requin, as if for confirmation that it's okay.
She'll do that. You know how best to describe it. She'll do that little head, like nod, sort of gesturing to go on, like one of those parents saying,
Mm.
"Come on, go do it,"
Yeah.
sort of thing.
So Fet stands over near Esker, looks up at the Ganassi. Hi, Rockman, she says. What? Where's the mushrooms?
Well, don't you remember? I'll help you make a little totem.
What? Your help? Is it
If you
is it safe?
now.
She says, sort of looking around from left to right. It's safe here?
You know better than I.
Vet sort of wanders over to the cliff face and has a look inside, popping her head back out, and she says, "Should be okay. In here they can grow." A huge wave of energy like washes from the Dreamhunter further up the ravine, and Fet sort of shivers as the world seems to shift and change. She seems scared.
Do we feel that energy too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
massive pulse of it. Whatever the Dreamhunter's doing up there, it's getting worse.
Is Elitha still standing there?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, don't worry. I think I have something.
Okay.
Fat's being too good at this.
We're wasting our time.
Says
I
Reckon.
mean, just take the fet, and if there's another fet, we'll know.
Says Ali.
Yes, but I need them to come willingly.
I'm such a...
And mushrooms, if your fet will follow the mushrooms.
I'm frustrated. This could have gone. I freaking have Alestra's location.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh,
That one could have gone a little bit smoother.
It was real funny when you did that. I was like, cool, that's another way they can figure this out.
yeah, and then I forgot. I need you all to remind me how to play my character again.
Okay.
I can't even play my own, but alright.
Okay. Good.
Esker will... She's visibly, like, shaken.
Yeah, by the
Yeah.
the Dreamhunter's energy.
He will walk up to the little gnome
Mhm.
and say, "You can have all the mushrooms in the world if you drop the facade."
What? Where are you keeping mushrooms?
I
Just
can
a small
see
fet.
that the Dreamhunter.
Oh my god! All I can hear is Specs in the background saying, "You little fucker," to Fet.
That's hilarious.
Thanks, Max.
Derail, please.
Appreciate that. Oh my god. Smacks the unwitting fifth character of this party. It's the voice in all our heads occasionally.
That's hilarious. Yeah, he will say, "I can see the Dreamhunter affects you. I know what you are."
What? Says Fed, her eyes getting wide.
You can have a name, but not this one.
I have a name, it's Fed.
I don't think you're sure about it.
The small gnome like runs, taking a wide berth around Esker and runs back towards Requin. Now crying.
She... Yeah, no, Requin isn't... I suppose, disappointed in Eska. I think she's more currently internally processing with the fact of having a little child actually look up to her, since that hasn't happened for years, and she will pat on the head and say, hey, it's alright. A lot of weird things are going on right now.
Fet's just like
So,
crying into your like thigh at the moment.
so just stay with us. And you'll be okay.
I vote we take Fet back. It's not doing us any harm at the moment. Until we know the truth.
Alright.
Requin will try go to LSR.
Sure. Fet's still like attached to your leg.
And once she knows she has his attention.
That's going to be difficult because he's looking at a cup.
Yeah, she's gonna like snap her fingers in front of his eyes.
Perfect. Could you make a persuasion check for that?
Sure. I got a nat 20.
There we go!
Excellent. Elisar looks at you directly. Requin, hello.
Now, I don't know if this is just your brain or not.
My what?
Sorry, this is me speaking to your dungeon master, Elisa.
Okay.
Last time I had a little spat with Elisa, he asked my name, and I said it was nobody. Would he have followed up on that?
No.
So he would not know her name is.
No, he knew it before then, but then forgot.
He just asked again.
Yeah, he forgot completely. You're lucky he remembers to eat breakfast.
Yeah, I don't know how he's alive still. Right. Reckman will raise what seems to be these interesting ghostly orchids around this area. And we'll add a +5 to her stuff.
Is it investigation and perception?
What is it? Investigation, perception, or nature skills?
Perfect.
And would like to... He seems like we've noticed that their mannerisms are quite similar. I'm now looking for anything physical.
Perfect.
So looking for anything that is evident within Alice's being, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What'd you roll for your investigation?
Would I roll? I will roll. What did I get? Math. It's 18.
18. Perfect. As you sort of walk around and investigate Elisar, with the small fet still attached to your leg coming along for the ride, he seems to be quite representative of how Elisar you remember looking. You can't find anything that seems out of place or out of the ordinary. Elisar's head swivels around like, almost over 180 degrees, and then sort of snaps back to follow you around as you walk around him. What are you doing, Requin? He says.
Nothing. she'll crouch down to Fet again and whisper in her ear, "Did he come with you?"
No, I just ran. I don't remember seeing him.
There's so many possibilities this could go. But I feel like the dice can't lie that much. Can they?
Requin is pretty sure it's Elisar.
Yeah, I mean, we'll deal with it if it comes.
We ask him about the stars?
No, that will end up in a 30-minute TED talk about.
Yeah, but would that confirm that it's the real LSR, or... God, this is confusing.
Says Ali.
I say we best be off.
Head back?
Y'all, we better head up the hill here. Something weird going on, says Lee. And
I instantly look at what's going on.
there is large energy pulses coming from the top of the ridge.
Very well. You two better come with us to the Dreamhunter then.
Yeah, just keep an eye on them. But as far as I can tell, they're the real Fet and Elisar, although I thought that was the real Halestra just a moment ago.
I can stab them again.
Don't stab them.
Lee turns around and talks to Elisar and Fet and says, "Alright, I'll do y'all a deal. If either of you are fake, y'all get stabbed by Ali. Deal?" He looks towards Fet. Fet considers it for a moment and nods. Elisar sort of looks to Lee and then looks to Ali and looks to the dagger and says, "I think I'm fairly real. I don't think I should be stabbed."
Okay, that was still a very LSR answer, so... I'm gonna walk towards the energy pulsing.
Excellent.
Confused.
Lee begins walking up the hill, followed by Ali and Jack. Eska, Requin. Oh, Elisar's just like started moving.
Jelly Scuds just followed.
Thank you very much, Jelly Scuds. Elisar's also like moving up the hill with you guys.
Yeah.
Eska follows, keeping a close eye on everyone. 1 billion skeletons follow.
Yeah.
I'm still reminding you that this isn't the half of it.
Requin and Viola. And
Yeah, she'll pause for a second and check her compass.
Perfect.
Checking on Halestra's whereabouts. It's within 250 feet. I don't know if we're past that.
You are definitely past that.
Yeah, okay.
You are kilometers away at this point.
But apparently we had a cleric on the party who could do a sending spell.
True.
Or if only the wizard that can make literally anything made sending stones.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do that.
If only we had like a silver ring that could turn into a raven and fly someone, or wisps that could detect where someone is.
Yeah. That, I mean, I could put the eye with the raven.
True.
Combining things. Ooh.
Mm.
You know what? She'll do that.
Wow.
She'll take the eye that is nestled in Viola
Yes.
and look to her ring
Perfect.
and say Halestra, and then pass the eye to the raven.
The ring grows and changes into a giant raven. Not giant, but big silver raven. You give the ring to it and it holds it in one of its hands, one of its claws, and it flies off to find Halestra. Requin, you watch as the eye sails quickly across the dark lake.
Oh, you should have said fat.
You watch as it flies across the dock and the forest and the tracks all the way up to the ridge on the other side of the valley.
Hang
And
on, this could be useful.
there you see, all around the wagon, Nameless. They are slowly moving forward. Halestra slashes one with her long silver dagger. Far below, you see Pat and Lelia and Georgie casting spells and throwing daggers at them. You see Rolf stomp one into oblivion at the front of the wagon. They seem to be doing quite well, but there are more and more Nameless in the woods around, desperate for a name of their own.
Well, I mean, it's not there, so
You cannot see Fet
That's
there at
good.
all.
this is good. Okay, sure. Yeah. She will return to present, having been closing her eyes as she literally cannot see out of her own eyes while doing
This
that.
this whole time, by the way, LSR has been just like a filibuster on how good the stars are.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
Talking about several constellations.
And
cool ones?
she'll just any cool ones.
Yeah, any cool constellations?
Yeah, definitely.
He
There's
thinks all of them are cool.
yes. He does think all of them are cool. He was busy showing you the Star and the Angel, which apparently have a very long and sordid history amongst multiple cultures, leading LSR to believe that it's probably a very old story that's changed over time. In any case, Requin, you are back to your senses. The Raven Ring is on its way back to you.
She will just say, "Need to hurry,"
Perfect.
and follow along.
While all this has been happening, and LSR has been LSRing, Eska, Ali, anything you would like to have been doing during the 5 minutes it's taken Requin to fly a Raven Ring over to check on the wagon?
Just kind of making our way up, I guess.
Perfect. So, you make your way up the ravine, and you find yourself in a tight crush between several large rock faces. Requin, Viola, Jack, Ali, Lee up on the ledge, Skelety shooting Duvals over here, melee skeleton Duvals in front, I'm assuming, Eska.
Yes.
Perfect. You find yourself in a tight crush between two sheer cliff faces, a few ledges along the top. The LSR is been hanging close to Requin and is continuing to talk about the stars. The Fet as well is just walking, holding your hand, Requin, and seems to be keeping an eye out on the surroundings, looking scared. As you approach, this appears to be where all of the pulsating energy is coming from. And in this dark, desolate land, growing out of the sheer rock face, alley, you see what the others had not. It is a sapling of that tree that you saw in the Dreamhunter's past. They seem to be trying to grow a new tree, a new channel between this world and the dream world, a new structure to dig its roots down deep into the land of dreams to create a new stronghold, to sap more souls from the Nameless, to draw more energy from the world of dreams, and to store its captured victims.
I turn to Lee and ask, do you know any fire spells?
Lee pulls their rifle, the North Star, out and begins channeling into it an elemental burst spell, which will create a specific type of ammunition, which I've forgotten the name of. Just let me check the sheet. Conzon Phantasma, and then we have Fallen Lilies, and then we have the North Star. So, arcane rounds. So Lee begins channeling arcane round, which is the Sorceress Burst, which means that she can add the effects of Sorceress Burst. Lee says, "Darling, I got that covered." The rifle starts spinning with flames all around it. Chill winds blow through this area. And then, as though appearing from mists and darkness, the huge shape of the Dreamhunter looms over the top of its new tree, its new home. You can feel its presence. Feel its dominating force. It is furious that you are here. Furious that you are spoiling its plans. It is angry. It wants you dead. And with a roar, it begins to shape reality. You know it must defend this tree until it is fully grown, and it wants to kill you to make sure that happens. And with that, we shall leave it on a cliffhanger. Without another long rest. Hey, did we not say we're getting to the end of the season? This is going to get hard.
I don't know if Vesca's gonna live. I don't know. Because last session I was basically full health with little resources. But this session I'm half health with less resources.
Brutal.
Well, we'll try and hope that's the real fit.
And I have to say, you were the best at gaslighting the characters without gaslighting us.
Yep.
I just want to take my hat off and say, holy shit.
Wait, you were wearing a hat this whole time? Oh man.
I
didn't know we were allowed to wear hats.
Yeah, no, we all organised before the session. You should have been.
Yeah.
Really. Sorry.
No, I will.
Just the way you were like hoodwinking the characters, but not us. So good.
Yeah, that'll teach you to exist. Oh man, that was really interesting watching you like all try to figure out what was going on there in terms of the Nameless. I think it's just the Nameless is an interesting one. I think it's a bit of a fun world building exercise in terms of yet another way that the Dreamhunter has been destroying shit. So yeah, that'll be fun. That will be fun. And now, once again, you've got to face off against the Dreamhunter to stop it building a nest again.
I'm not looking forward to this.
And then, man, they're getting rolled at the caravan as well. You guys got to get back there and save that.
Yeah.
We'll have to probably talk offline, but what does a Nameless do?
And that is a very good question. Nameless are very, very old souls. Very, very old. Long time in the world of dreams. They've forgotten everything about themselves. They have no names. They may not have had names to begin with. They are essentially a little bit more like that. God, what's a little bit like that sort of? I think it's a biblical definition of a like a demon or an angel. It's a soul that was never born, that sort of thing. So these are nameless.
Yeah.
There's something that has not existed. Maybe it hasn't been born yet, or maybe it never was. But they also inhabit the world of dreams, and they are nameless. All they want to do is exist, which is normally fine, but because they don't really know that they are going to exist or could exist. But when they're in the real world and they start seeing all these things that they could be, that becomes a problem. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think my initial thought was that these were the Dream Hunter's impact on the reality, like with the sticky black goo at the very beginning that Halestra picked up. Like, very well done for that, by the way.
Yeah.
Was essentially finding the loss of this immense power just emanating from the Dream Hunter being left behind, and it turning into this monstrosity of something that just wants to exist. Like Olaf from Frozen, who just was created out of Elsa's magic. But it was really interesting seeing these things, and I love them. They're so creepy, but cool.
Yeah, they are very different. Like I said, they're a bit of a funny creature, because they definitely exist, but they don't exist in a normal way. So they are like having those demons that are a soul but not really. So that's always a fun one. Always a fun one. I'm kind of looking forward to that. And like I said, there's going to be a few big battles going on in terms of getting towards the end of the season. I mean, there's only, what did I say, 3 more episodes after this. Obviously, next episode. So next episode is called The Night Falls. So that is a huge end of season turning point. So stay tuned for that, friends in chat, if you are keen. And then we have 2 more episodes after that. And I believe I did promise that the last episode was going to be a bit of a finale and goodbye, a little bit of a time to reflect on the resolution of the story, which means that it's the next 2 episodes that are the final battle against the Dreamhunter.
We could do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to wait a full week to do this again. What?
Well, it's getting late. I'm assuming it's like almost midnight for one of us, and getting close for the others of us. So, Gast.
It's very silly, but we'll not give this up.
No, neither will any of us, because it is amazing. I'm having a load of fun with it. So, and I can't wait for next season. Next season's going to be a big change up as well. I know we're all really excited about that. So, yeah, it's gonna be sweet. can't
Hey.
wait.
So excited.
Yeah. Man, who are we gonna raid? We're gonna raid someone. Maybe we'll raid someone we follow, like a friend. Let's just scroll through this. Who's the first, like, closer friend that we... Oh, Harles is playing Minecraft. Who wants to go and watch some Minecraft? That's cute.
Relax at Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go relax at Minecraft.
Hey, yeah, let's go watch Harles. Little Evie goes on a big adventure in Minecraft. We'll go raid Harles. Harles is great. Very, very nice, amazing human being. So, man, this was amazing. So, what do we got? Like, a couple of minutes before we leave. Anything you want to say to chat today? Because I always forget to tell you that before it's like 3 seconds left.
Thank you for being nice to us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good. Thank you for not bullying the players too much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. We love some chaos. But we also love our players, don't we, chat? Don't we, chat? We love chaos, but we love our players too.
We love our bread. We love our butter. Most of all, we love each other.
Well, that was the most wholesome thing I didn't think I was going to hear this afternoon, so...
But even more wholesome than a bunch of people ice skating with bones.
Okay, that's true. Bone Skates was pretty sick. I gotta say, I was not expecting that. Was not expecting that.
Hey, when I can make literally anything I can think of.
Bone Skates. Man, I really need to see, like, I can see it in my head, the artwork of them, but yeah. Anyway, we're gonna bone skate out of here and go visit Harles. So everyone say hi to Harles. They're an amazing human being. We'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, we have